Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meets him with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see him jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, his channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
The truth will tell on your ass what you're doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you're gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. People you can get killed in this shit, man.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We back on the pop-up live. We here early. We gonna build. It's a lot to talk about. We gonna talk about it. Man, that was a powerful message from Barry Hunter, man. It's something I just feel like I'm gonna play at the beginning of my lives, throughout my lives, man. That's a real message right there, man. That's for all fighters. That's for the fans to recognize and pay attention to as well. Take heed, man. You know, that's a real message, man. There's this boxing game that people sit back and so freely criticize and, you know, slander these guys, throw them under the bus. And it's a real ass sport. It's one of the realest. Sometimes it's hard to even see it as a sport with all that comes with it, man. You get me? So, you know, through it all, we got some of these guys. We got some of the best athletes that you know, the world has ever seen in this very sport that we talk about every day, man. And I think people just need to take heed, man, to how difficult this boxing game is, especially for these fighters to navigate, man. And even when you navigate and find your way at the top, you know what they say, man. It ain't easy to stay there. It ain't easy to stay there. So, you know, you gotta, we seeing what the news is today. It's been a lot of talk about this fight. And now that we know that it's officially canceled, it's been a lot of different reactions from the news coming out, right? Some people were still pushing and saying it was going to happen. I seen the different posts and things like that. But, last night I made a short video on the MVP Promotions. I dropped an official statement letting it be known that they wouldn't be going forward with this fight. And, Jake Paul made a couple of powerful statements. And one, he went at Tank in typical Jake Paul fashion, right? He went at Tank, said what he said. But one thing I do like, one of his statements was, the way he said he stood with the women. You get what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. KBBF, who's that? Sent the gift. Shout out to you. Aunt McQueen, my guy. Joseph, what it do, man? What's good with y'all, man? Y'all hit that like button as y'all roll in, man. I know it's early. We just popped in and we talking some boxing early because the news is out. And people are some people, I see some people celebrating that this fight ain't happened. Some people were saying they was praying that it didn't happen. Well, there you go. Yeah, prayers have been answered, man. Prayers have been answered for the people that was praying on the fight not to happen. For me, like I said, man, sometimes you just got to let the entertainment be exactly what it is. Entertainment, man. You don't look at it too much deeper than that. It was just a fight. Exhibition, some shit that you didn't have to watch, at the end of the day. But I don't care what nobody say. For me, it's unfortunate to see it fall apart under these circumstances. And like I said, whether you wanted to see it or not, you definitely don't want to hear the things that been said out there about Tank. And I threw it out there before, man. Moving forward, I said it with Netflix being involved with Jake's message being a loud, bold message that he's with the ladies, man, and he's in support of the ladies. And multiple women had came out stating that they didn't want to be a part of the card if he was going to be on it. And even Alicia Baumgartner, she done moved her fight to December, got her fight moved to December. And it looks like this event in and of itself is going to end up being pushed back to December as well. I don't see the November 14th date still being the thing. I think they're going to go, forfeit that date and move forward. And we're going to get into the statements that Jake Paul made. The streamer, everybody know the streamer, Adin Ross, he was on live and he basically like leaked his phone conversation while he was on stream with Jake Paul, saying that there's video evidence out there with, in terms of like with these claims that they've been making on Tank. He said there's video evidence out there to show it. The female that filed a restraining order and different things like that, a lawyer is stating that is evidence, is video evidence as well. So I think just with the situation being so sensitive, right? I think Jake Paul, and whether you like him or not, I think he made the right decision. It's nothing personal. It's not about, trying to one up anybody, anything like that. I think he made the right decision, because how would it look with him being at the forefront at promoting women's boxing and standing for, women getting paid and different things, getting treated fairly in the sport, and then be selfishly, thinking about what he could gain financially or from a career standpoint, right? He made a real decision, and I ain't saying it was totally up to him, but I think all parties involved made the right decision, because whether these allegations are true or false or whatever the case, I think it's safe to say that it's things that are bigger than boxing. I always said that, you know what I mean? And sometimes life hits you, right? Life hits you in a way that no punch in the ring is ever going to hit you, right? I always say the biggest blows that we take in life is in the actual fight of life, right? Not in the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? Actual real life, day-to-day life. Those are the biggest blows, biggest challenges we'll ever face as individuals, man. So obviously, Tank is being challenged and he going through what he going through. And I think it makes sense for all parties involved to proceed and go do something else. Like I said, it says, I think it speaks volumes about Jake Paul and where he's standing. It allows him to be looked at in a positive light in a situation that could be looked at as negative, right? They're talking about refunding everybody that purchased tickets, being refunded 14 to 21 days, something like that. And there are reports. I did tell y'all, we talked about it. There was reports out there about, ticket sales not being good and they being extremely low, and they not they wasn't moving. People wasn't jumping at the opportunity to watch this fight. Shout out to Locked and Loaded. Jake New Tank History, multi-billion-dollar corporation says y'all not going up our sponsors. You know it. Bruce Gas. Shout out to you, OG. How you feeling? Flyer Frequency, my dog. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, man. I mean, that's what they was reporting, man. I had went through some different reports in regards to the fight too, and y'all double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel. Let's build, let's grow, support the grind. We here early, and we probably pop back up at 4 o'clock. We gotta see, but we're gonna talk about this, man. But like I said, I think it was a smart move. Just got to move forward. The show must go on. Like I was speaking on it the other day about Jake Paul history. If you pay attention to whether you like this career or not, he's a guy that shows up, and that speaks volumes, right? He's not a guy that's known for pulling out of fights, canceling events, and different things like that. He's a guy that's going to find a way to keep the show going. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do now, and they should do that, right? Tank got to figure some things out, man. Got to get his situation straight. And we're going to talk about that as well. Like, when I got y'all see the title, Gervonta Davis' next opponent. And I'm not being funny when I say that, but if you look at the thumbnail, you see who his next opponent is. His current opponent. His next opponent, you get what I'm saying, is right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? It's the person he look in the mirror at every single day. That's his next opponent right there. And I think that should be his next opponent. While he figuring him out and how to get his situation squared away, I think it serves him best not to be in the boxing ring in any capacity, especially in live competition where you could be taking, shots and punches and shit like that. Like, I just don't think that's where you need to be with a situation like this over his head. And whether they're just allegations, false allegations, or whatever, you still want to get shit like this out of your way, out of your hair. You don't want it. It's hard to move forward when you got shit like this weighing you down, right? You know what I mean? It's a black eye on your career, and it just doesn't look good, right? But it definitely would have looked bad, I think, for Netflix to ignore the allegations, whether they're true or false, and proceed with a fight. I think it would have showed just how selfish they was. Like, boxing is the wild, wild west, and they've known to do some crazy things. But I do think, to a degree, there's still integrity left in the sport, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. I still think there's a fair amount of integrity that's within this sport, and just gotta say it for what it is. I think right here is an opportunity to point that out, to highlight it, man. I think all parties involved, like I said, I don't think it was any one person's decision alone, right? If I had to take a guess at it, but I think it had to be a collective effort, and whoever started, suggested it, I think people follow suit, man. Rightfully so, right? Rightfully so. So I thought, like I said, it made sense. With the tickets not doing well, as they were saying, that's definitely not on par with what Tank do, right? And this conversation is gonna get pretty interesting, y'all, because remember, I said this, man. Retiring with a big paycheck on the way out is much different than just retiring where as is, right? And if you got any type of legal situation, shout out to Emmanuel. What's good, homie? How you feeling, bro? You got any type of legal issues and situations going on, then you definitely, in my opinion, you would not want this to be the ideal way that you lead the sport. Get what I'm saying? And we just having a real honest conversation, no slander, just a real boxing build. And I'm a supporter of Tank Davis, man. I rock with him. It's unfortunate hot water that he finds himself in, but accountability is important in this situation, right? Not throwing rocks, casting rocks, and none of that. Just calling it what it is. But this situation could be a different kind of turning point. What was looked at as somewhat as a retirement fight on the way out, possibly, right? Turned into a no fight. And now what happens from here? Does this affect your retirement plans, right? Do you decide to say, you know what, from here on out, I'm sticking around, or do you still vanish into the sun? Do you ride off into the sunset where you are currently at? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not in nobody's pockets and none of that. But again, like I said, retiring with 40, 50 million plus dollars is far different, you know what I mean, when that's no longer on the table, right? The last thing I seen happening was this fight not being on the table or being taken off the table for any stretch of the imagination, right? You couldn't predicted this, right? You know, like I said, it was people praying on the downfall of this fight. Why? I don't know. It's pretty weird, but it just wasn't, I guess it wasn't in the cards, man. And again, there's people that believe, firm believers that believe, these dudes, because of the lack of the ticket sales or the tickets not moving was the reason that they canceled it. But nah, man, I think we've seen fights and shows proceed with ticket sales not being the best. We've seen that. I think they could have found a way around that. But I think the news, just to call it what it is, for me, I think it would have been all systems go. And y'all know how fights is. Sometimes people slow to buy tickets. Not saying it would have been a sold out event. Maybe it wouldn't have been. But at the end of the day, I think the only thing that truly stopped it was the allegations alone. I think without the allegations, I think Jake Paul, MVP, Netflix, all of them have every reason to proceed with the fight. You get what I'm saying? Unless it was just a total flop. And like I said before, we've seen them, maneuver around tickets not being sold crazy, right? They did drop the price. They did chop it in half and all of different things. And maybe people would have started to buy them as they got a bit closer to the fight. Who knows? But now all that is under the water now. It doesn't even matter because it's on to the next. And now the question remains is, who Jake Paul is going to fight now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into the statement that he put out. We're going to, just going to start with this MVP joint. Pugilism, what it do, homie? Said Tank can't put on Truck Simpson versus Jake Paul or anyone from California stable to fight Jake. He said Tank is the face of B-More, won't hurt. Jake Paul fighting a young pro from B-More with Tank support. Yeah, it's crazy. Shout out to Motown. What's good, homie? How you feeling? With a celebrity boxer in position like Apollo Creed, then about a young unknown pro from Baltimore like Rocky. Tank is still support. It'll be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, man. But I think, especially after these statements, I think he done with anything Tank Davis. I think if he ain't doing no business with him directly and fighting him, then it's over with. So, this was the statement that they put out, last night, on their official website, most valuable promotions in Netflix will no longer move forward with Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Plans remain for a Jake Paul headline event on Netflix 2025. So they see this shit. They see Jake still having a fight, but obviously, like I said, it just ain't gonna be with Tank. It is what it is. Fun to see, but it wouldn't help the boxing as a whole. We want to see real fights. Probably stop babysitting undefeated records. What's the subject? What's good, fam? Make sure you hit that like button, sub to the channel. Look, check this out. What's the subject? It's not all bad. It's two ways to look at it, right? I know it ain't a real fight, but it could have potentially brought in real revenue and brought different eyes to the sport, right? You know what I mean? There is a casual audience out there for fights like this, right? Maybe you a diehard and you looking more for him, the unifications, fighting the contemporaries, and I'm right there with you. But this does have a place in boxing, just not for the diehard audience, right? Everybody has their targeted audience, right? And this fits in its own lane, right? And like I said, whenever you bring new eyes to the sport, you could turn casuals into diehards, and that's what this fight would have really served, right? The casual appeal. It's not for the diehards, right? It's the casual appeal, and the casuals do spend money. They do go to fights. They just like seeing the fight. They like seeing the show, the circus, the event, and I think that this is exactly what this would have been. You get what I'm saying? So it's not all bad. You know what I mean? And think about it, there's so many other fights that is actually coming up that are real. The fights that they were putting on the card was real, right? You know what I'm saying? The different bouts from Alicia Baumgardner to, you know, Gary Antoine Russell, guys like that, making real fights. So it wasn't all bad. It's just unfortunate that it got ruined with the recent, you know, the recent news, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. He said Marcel, shout out to you. I see the perspective. Yeah, you get me. And what you saying is not wrong either. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm with you. We die hard. We want to see them fights, man. But hey, dig this. I don't want to put nothing on Tank right now because he obviously got a situation that is truly more important than getting back in the ring right now, right? But the interesting thing about this, though, was the subject is the fact that he might choose to stick around now. Like, because think about this. This would be not the best way to go out, right? Even if you are retiring, you retire permanently, right? Do you retire permanently from the sport? You get me? It's very early, so you don't know, but it's just an honest conversation, man, because you got a decision to make. You don't want to go out like this? Think about what I'm saying. When I say go out like this, you don't want to go out with no damn draw, taking a knee, turning your back, getting help in the corner. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? And that activating the rematch clause and then elected not to fight and then going to fight, you know, an exhibition fight right in the prime of your career, and then boom, the allegations, man, the civil suit, right? And now the fight falls apart. You don't want to walk away from the sport like that, or do you? I don't know, but it's a good conversation. It's interesting to see because he got a decision to make. And although it's very early, and I don't want to sound selfish like a selfish boxing fan, but you know, I want him to get his mind right in every way, shape, or form before he get back in that ring, so we can always see the best version of Tank. But this shit might end up being the reason. This could be a blessing in disguise, man. This could be a blessing in disguise for him in the long run. Maybe in the long run, not right now. Short term, it looked like one of the biggest fumbles in boxing history, right? You just got to talk about it, just to be honest, because he is a big deal, bro. He is a big deal. This is not something people expected, right? And we just wonder. We just wonder, where do you go from here? But like I said, man, you don't walk away on this note. You don't. You just don't. You can't walk away on this note. You know what I'm saying? You walk away letting them people know that you him, man. So like I said, man, you just never know where this might lead. You know what I mean? Where this might lead them. You get me? You never know. So that's my question, man. Did he in fact fumble the bag? Because some would say he's still he the most polarizing figure in the sport. He the biggest draw, this and that. And that's debatable. But if he's one of the biggest draws, that's been true. That's been solidified for the last several years, right? But now you at a bit of a crossroads at a important time in your career. You're 30 years old. You 30-0-1, just to draw with Lamont Roach, right? Everybody expected that rematch. All the controversy that surrounded the actual fight, like I said, y'all, from the knee to the turning it back to the getting help in the corner to the yelling at Calvin Ford, right? Like, think about that. And I'm just having a real conversation. That's not the last way you want the people to remember you, Tank. You know what I'm saying? I ain't being selfish, but that ain't hey, man, the blessing in disguise. Maybe you ain't need the 40 mil this way. Maybe you could get it fighting the contemporaries. I don't know. You get me? Maybe the boxing world, maybe the tickets not selling and this happening. Maybe it's a silver lining to this. Now you can maybe, I don't know, get yourself situated and then come back and beat some of these people ass. Maybe you could explore that hit list that you had once upon a time. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe you could go do that. I don't know. 2 cents, my guy. What it do? What's good with it? Shout out to what's the subject? John Wick in the building. So honestly, I don't feel sorry for Tank. It's too many in the same situations about putting his hands on him. Nah, this conversation ain't about feeling sorry for him. Not at all. Just being, first thing I said was accountability. You know what I mean? As long as he accepts his accountability for whatever situation he's involved in, allegations and all, right, then he should be able to proceed and move forward, right? Accordingly, right? And deal with the situation the right way, as long as he hold himself accountable and be responsible by how he move forward. Now, I mean, I get what you saying. I understand 1,000,000%, John Wick. We know the history, right? But even with you knowing the history, you don't feel sorry, but you ain't rooting for him, against them, right? You ain't rooting for this to be the case, but it just is what it is. And that's how you looking at it. Like, yo, it's out there. He got to tighten up, which is true. But like I was saying, the silver lining could be maybe he do need to sit down. Maybe he needed a break from boxing before he got back in the ring. Maybe he didn't need to get in the ring with Jake Paul, but he did. He was on record saying this, that he been in a better mental state, but sometimes that shit could flip, you know, a situation, maybe a trigger. You just, I don't know. It's no justifying nothing that is being said out there, but, you know, situations do happen. And what I'm saying is this dude, in so many ways, in my opinion, I'm just speaking for me, have you know, in many ways, I think he was like reaching out for help, speaking out. I don't want to say crying out, but you know the term crying out for help. He been telling people, like, you know, when you sitting and when he telling us that he talking with Al Heyman and he like, man, I'm still gonna retire. Like, I'm telling Al I'm gonna retire. You get what I'm saying? I think that's real. You know what I mean? I think you know, each fight that you fight after planting that seed in your head that it's a possibility that you could retire is like extra, right? You got to really, really push and motivate yourself to do it. And I think we've seen a bit of that, especially after the Frank Martin fight, right? With the whole entire build-up with the Lamont Roach fight, just looked disconnected, like he was he had enough, right? And I said this at that point. We done heard several different times that he was talking about retirement, but people, and that's why I say you never know what he could be dealing with. People just see you as a meal ticket. It's probably some people that do have your best interest, right? People that just want to see you fight because they know when you fight, they're going to make money, right? Selfish. You know how boxing is, but it's a dirty game. But this guy sounded like he been wanting to take a break at the bare minimum for a while. And sometimes you need that. I think when you've been beating your body up for years and years and years and years, I think you do get to a point where you be like, you know what? I need a break. Yeah, it's great to make money. Yeah, it's great knocking these dudes out, doing my flip off the top rope, having the fans cheering for me. Yeah, it's great going viral and all that stuff, but I can't do this if my mental ain't all the way together. You get what I'm saying? And if your mental ain't all the way together, you're not going to be making the best decisions. I'm not making no excuses for nothing. You're just not going to be making the best decisions. So right now, as it stands, it's a civil suit. It's early, is allegations, you know, but we're going to get into it. Like I said, Adin Ross streamed and leaked his phone call with Jake Paul saying that is, you know, actual video evidence of this. And that's unfortunate. Hope that is not the case for Tank's sake, for the woman's sake too. You know what I'm saying? But we going to see, you know what I mean? We just never know with these type of situations, but we seen him be in situations before and figure it out. You know, these times he had to sit down or whatever have you, but I just don't know what to expect from this one. But like I said, y'all, as it stands, I think Tank Davis' next opponent, current opponent, is the man that he looks at in the mirror. It's him versus him right now. And once he get that together, I think then he could possibly think about a next fight. And like I said to y'all, the silver lining for the people that didn't want to see this fight, maybe this does influence him to revisit that retirement angle. Maybe this does allow him to stick around just a bit longer and give you a couple of those fights you was looking for. You never know. I'm just a positive thinker. I try to be optimistic. I'm not going to pile on. I'm not here to, you know, down them. The information is what it is. It's out there. Just got to see how it all play out because it's still early. But like I said, what we do know is that it'd be no longer this fight. And like I said, that Tank Davis fumbled his bag. You know what I'm saying? And it just appears that way, right? This would have been a hell of a way to go out, making this kind of money and not having to risk your undefeated record, being able to walk off into the sunset with a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of M's, you know what I mean? Up a lot of money. But like I said, man, guess it was other, you know, that just shit wasn't in the cards. So now we got to see where he can go possibly from here. I mean, yeah, the ball definitely was dropped. But for me, I mean, obviously we know that before this situation, everything was all systems go. They was going through it, promoting it, having fun, talking trash. I mean, Jake Paul was having the ball with it, right? He's been having a ball promoting this shit. So, you know what I mean? At every angle, hold on. where that he was promoting, having a blast with this.
And I seen what you said, talking about if you knock me out, you gonna do this. All right now.
Bro, but that was him having fun. JP was good, my guy. How you feeling? Said what the hell is he doing in the strip club on a Monday? Shit, you know, strip clubs come and calling at some weird times. I don't know, that ain't never been my scene, but I guess in effort to get the woman, to get the female, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, y'all, we gotta see, man. This is what the statement that they put out. You know what I mean? Our team has worked closely with all parties to navigate the situation, and they just letting you know that they not moving forward. They try to handle this responsibly. And like I said, I think it's a really good it's a good look to a degree for Jake Paul and his brand, because again, he's a heavy advocate for those ladies. And how would it look to ignore that message that he's been putting out? He's been pretty damn consistent at putting out the message in terms of how he's supporting these ladies for him to proceed with this bout, knowing that several of them were uncomfortable with fighting on the card if he was going to be on it. You know what I'm saying? So, and this was Jake Paul, you know, putting out his statement as well, man. He put out a statement and, you know, he ain't hold back. You know what I mean? He called Tank, said Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage, man. Working with him has been an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, to the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man could commit. I don't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. That's the powerful statement right there. That's the powerful statement right there. You know, he gonna take his digs at Tank, and we understand that. I ain't tripping off that. But that's what I got out. That's the powerful statement. My company champions women. Showing right there that you be behind these ladies. You know what I mean? With a statement like this, I respect it. You know what I mean? Said, I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish men like this can rise to the top of the culture in sports, including in positions of power. I hope people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear pieces, swag, and search for something deeper to be a fan of. And it's for me. So on to the next one, as always. Anyone, anytime, any place. Yeah, that's real, man. Saying a lot. He's saying a lot. What he said? The only thing I don't like, I know I might be nitpicking here, but the only thing I don't like is I hope you people moving forward. I never like the term you people. Because, like, I get what he's trying to say, but I never like that term, you people. I hope you people, then you say moving forward, you know what I'm saying? I hope you people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear. Like, at the end of the day, I get where you're going. But, not so fast, Jakey Poo. I got to be fair. I got to speak on both sides. I could see if this was the first time this happened, or the accusations, and then Jake was like, "Ah, man, you bugging." Nah, Jake, he has some history, unfortunately, and that didn't stop you from trying to make a fight with him. So you don't get the cast on so quick. I get it. Make your message, stand with the ladies, you know, make your bold statement. I get that, but don't go too far though. Don't overdo it, because you knew about his history, and furthermore, like I said, man, because a lot of people been having stuff to say about this, but we're going to talk about it all, man. Hold on, not that. That ain't the right one. That wasn't the right one. That's Lou DiBella. That's Lou DiBella calling out Jake. This is Jake. That was the post that I just had up. Lou DiBella said, okay, yeah, not new history, though. Why'd you pick him in the first place, Jake? Just ask. #boxing. I mean, look, it's a fair question. Like, before you try to completely make it seem like, you know what I'm saying? Because right in your message, bro, you saying, like, to the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. You saying numerous arrests. You get what I'm saying? Related accusations with an S, arrests with an S, lawsuits with an S. So this ain't the first time. So like I said, this ain't no shot of tank, but this ain't stop you from making a fight with him. This ain't stop you from wanting to promote and chase after his name. Because see, I know you're supposed to stand your ground and make it seem like you was just given the opportunity. And it was like, you know, but he's the big deal, though, if you want to be honest, though. And you need a good dance partner. You know what I'm saying? You need a good dance partner as well. But that's all I'm saying. This ain't the first, the only time that something like this has been said. And you didn't have no problem fighting with him. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have no problem doing business with him and putting that together. So I get this statement, though, because you got to kind of save face. But I'm a real one over here. And this is no knock on Jake. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be real if I didn't point that out. You know what I'm saying? But credit to him for doing what needed to be done. Him, MVP, Netflix, everybody involved. Move forward. Let Tank get himself together and see what he wants to do once he get his situation squared away. Say too heavy of a self-righteous statement from Jake Paul Milken with Iron Mike Tyson, who was the public enemy before number one before. Yeah, that's real. That's real. And look, I get it, y'all. I'm not jumping down his back. I don't want to make it seem like I'm jumping all down his back, but I'm just being real to the situation. You get what I'm saying? I'm being authentic, like genuine. You knew about this before because everything you said in your first couple of sentences was about his situation. Numerous arrests, related accusations, you know what I mean? Lawsuits. So, and then you say, that's the thing, like, you know, go in and have your day, man. Have your moment, bro. But it's I hate when people start getting into the whole, you know, if you support this and if you support that, it's like, nah, bro, not so fast, because he had these still same accusations before this. How do I know? Because you made a video, I think, with one of the streamers and you talked about it. You made a joke about it. Let me see if I can find the clip. Y'all double tap that screen, man. We here early. We just building, man. We're gonna talk about it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. This dude was riding with one of them streamers, man. He was talking crazy. He was like something, he beats women, something, and that's very contradictory to the statement that he making now. Cause see, what I don't like, don't start saying if you support this man, you was about to make a boatload of money with him. Don't do it like that. I get it, bro. You got to make your statement, but don't do that. Don't start trying to guilt trip people in. Oh, if you support him, then you support what he getting. No, when we watching boxing, we supporting boxing. That's it. You get what I'm saying? That's it. We not a fan of no domestic violence, no men hitting women. We not cool with none of that. But don't be so quick to do that and try to lump us in some type of ball when you in fact was about to make a shit ton of money with this man. And you will and in order to do that, people had to support you and watch you, right? They had to support him, right? Nah, we can't completely do that though. That's weak. Nah, I can't do it not like that though. Not like that. Get what I'm saying? Not like that, bro. Where's that little ass clip at, man? Jake not the voice of the righteousness, but it's not about Jake. Nah, but still, you gotta call it for what it is, though. And this. I ain't making it about Jake. I'm making it about both of them. Cause you make these statements, you try to lump people in the ball and say if you can't say if you support the most vile man. You get what you can't do that. You can't critique nobody for supporting them when you was about to fight them. You got to understand my point. What my point is very valid. You can't get on nobody's case about if you support them, right? Make your case, but don't start doing that. Like, you get what I'm saying? You was about to fight the man. You made a previous video as you was promoting. You was driving in the car. It was one of the popular streamers. I forget which one was in the back. And you made some funny little side, underhanded joke about him hitting women. So this was during the buildup of this fight. So now you don't get to say, oh, man, if y'all support him, you get what I'm saying? Then, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? No, we don't support this. Keep it on this. Don't say if you support him. Keep it on this. Because why did you, like Lou DeBella said, why did you try to fight him then? You get what I'm saying? Why did you try to fight him? Why did you pick him in the first place? Right? Where was this energy when you were selecting him as an opponent? Oh, you wasn't privy to the information? Go ahead and say that wasn't a fact. Now I'm just a real one. We speaking on both. You hold Tank accountable, right? But it's not much more I can say because it's still early. He got to deal with that situation. But as you make your statement, don't go above. Don't go too far with it, right? Don't make the people feel like we should be guilty that we was supporting them because you was about to fight him and make a lot of money with him. Who stood to make the most from Tank Davis and Jake Paul fighting? Jake or the people? Who was reported to make anywhere from 50 or more, 40 to 50 or more $1 million? Was it Jake or the people? The people would have been assisting Jake and Tank and making a big bag, but who stood to make the most? So that's all I'm saying. Make your statement, stand for the ladies. Do you? But don't make this a thing about, oh, if you support them, then you're this, or nah, you're that, and this is why you shouldn't support them. It's easy to say that now because the fight is off. But these allegations and things were still, this is a way people looked at him before. Remember, Lou DeBella talking about not new history, right? So with that being said, it's like, that's all I'm saying. Just be mindful of that. Don't try to guilt trip the people for supporting a guy that you was looking to make tens of millions of dollars with. You get what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate, but we're going to talk about it all. I think Jake mad up the bag. Yeah, I think he is mad. Shout out to Dante's Boxing Talk. Man, some noble jester. He pissed because it cost him money. Right. Right. Because he said it. He said it in his joint. You know what I mean? He said it in his post right here. You know? He said it in his post. You get me? So said people took time away from their families and loved ones and stuff like that. And I get it. One thing you could say about Jake, though, you might not like the fights. And I ain't saying he the best guy in the world or nothing like that. This ain't that. It's just an honest conversation. Tell me where I'm wrong at. If you disagree with anything I'm saying, tell me where I'm wrong at. It's just, I'm making a logical point. It's a statement. You shouldn't try to lump us in a ball now and be like, oh, if you support this man, then you support the most vile sin a man could commit. But you too were part of the problem is all I'm saying. And if you got to be real enough to acknowledge that, because you, sir, were about to make that money fighting the same guy that was accused of committing the most vile sin a man could commit, as he put it. So is what it is. Say it, Coach Vulture. I get it, but I feel like I don't know him personally, but I know we hear some of the things that people say that work with him. And he gives some opportunities, man. He does some things that's respectable for sure. But nobody's perfect, so I'm not having that conversation, right? Say either guy is perfect, but that's all I'm saying. And I ain't say nothing bad, but I'm just pointing out maybe something that he might not see. Maybe you don't realize it, but you, sir, you were entertaining. Making a fight with him is supporting him in the biggest way, because you would be the reason that he's making the money, right? As you said in this clip, remember? You said it in this clip.
Boxing history. So at the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You pay me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Facts.
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at? You heard what he said? He paid me. So let me ask you a question. I need that extra.
I love.
You see? I'm paying you. So that's all I'm pointing out. I'm just using his own words. You was just about to pay this dude $40-50 million out. That's what you saying, right? That's all I'm saying. Like, don't take this as, I don't know. Like, I'm not attacking Jake. I'm just pointing out I'm a real one like that. Don't be so quick to try to lump the people in the ball and make make the people, guilt trip the people, and oh, y'all, you supporting them, then you're supporting the most vile sin a man could commit. But you was supporting it in the biggest way. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's all I'm saying. Dude was on this. Damn, where was that little ass clip at, man? Little ass clip. Jake mad that the fight didn't go through. Yeah, I mean, shit, he should be mad though. I would be. I'd be mad as hell too. I'd be mad as hell too. I'd be mad as hell too, man. Right, say, even though Jake motives are trash, I'm trying to figure out where's the lie. Nah, it's not about the lie. Is listen to what I'm saying. Where's the lie in what I'm saying? I get where he had to make his statement. The most powerful thing in all of this that I have up on the screen, in my opinion, is my company champions women. You know what I'm saying? That part. You know what I'm saying? That this move would suggest that, right? Not trying to proceed with this despite the allegations. He wasn't on board with it, right? They came out, made their statement, and then they made an official statement when it was time to pull the plug. It's not about him lying, but I'm just saying that he the statement is cool, but just don't lump the people when you say if you support this, because he was just supporting them in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was about to make real bread. Y'all about to make career high paydays and shit. You feel me? Dudes is about to make career high paydays. They're about to make career high paydays out this joint. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, it just wasn't in the cards, you know? It wasn't in the cards, but now Jake got to figure out who he gonna fight. Now you got to figure out who he gonna fight. You know what I mean? So we'll see where it goes from here, but he was also being criticized earlier because, RIP to Victor Conte. Victor Conte passed away. And he had posted this on his story. Said, "Good day in boxing. No more snack for you bastards." And, people thought he was going at Vic. I'll just say this. To me, I think it was bad timing. I think in his mind, he like, well, with him being gone, then y'all can't get no more access to snack. I don't think he was celebrating Victor Conte passing or nothing like that. Just think it was a classic, one of those things where it's just the worst timing in the world to even talk about something, right? In regards to him, right? It almost came off as if you celebrating it. You know what I mean? Bro, body wasn't even cold. Clarissa will announce her next fight on Thursday. Stay tuned. Shout out to the plug, Boxing. What's good, bro? By mentioning the fact that he's filming, knew what time he was on. Not make excuse for Tank, but be premeditated. I mean, look, I think if that is the case, it'd be really unfortunate that somebody would go through these lengths to put him in the hot seat in that way. It's nasty work, but if that is the case, hopefully that's what come out into the wash. Like, it comes out being the truth, right? And then he can move on. That'd be so unfortunate though. Shakur and Shields been close. Jake's bar was a business. Yeah, that was a business. Yeah, that was a business move for sure. But shout out to the GOAT. Say she gonna announce her next fight. I hope it's with my girl. Dub. She had called something out. She said she'd do it. You know what I'm saying? So hope so. But yeah, he had put this on his story, I guess, after he heard about the passing of Victor Conte, and he got some heat for this. So, like I said, bro, his next opponent is him. Gervonta Davis versus Gervonta Davis. You get me? It's a him versus him right now. And he got once he get through that, once he conquer him, you know what I mean? I don't care how cliche it sounds. Once he conquer him, then maybe you will see him back in the ring. If I don't know how he think, I don't know what's on his mind, I don't know what his financial situation is, I don't know nothing. I don't even know how his legal situation going to turn out. But that'll all work itself out in due time. But what I am saying is, as a competitor, maybe you riding off with that kind of money would have been like, all the incentive you needed to go ahead and just retire. But now with that being off the table, do you retire with that last fight, you taking a knee, turning your back, getting help in the corner, activating the rematch clause, not fighting them, then going to fight Jake Paul, the accusations, then that fight fall apart. Do you want to walk away from the sport with that being your last impression, right? The fight falling out, the rematch falling out, the first fight not going so well, right? You get me? So for the people that just wanted to see him stick around, I don't know, but maybe just this might be a window of opportunity or the reason to keep him around for a bit longer. I don't know. Does it affect his willingness to go ride off into the sunset and retire and say, yo, that's it? Right? Do we say that's it? Or do we keep, you know what I'm saying? Do we say, man, you know what? I'm out of here. Right? I don't know. That's a tough note to leave on. That's a tough note to leave on, man. Hen dog, what it do, homie? How you feeling? That's a tough note to leave on, bro. I don't know if you want to leave on that kind of note, right? Just, Hannibal was good. Just hang it up, Tank. Lost the hunger for greatness. I think when you weighed down by other issues, I think that shit could get in the way. And I think it can cause boxing to become less of a priority is what I see. Just never know what people deal with on a day-to-day. I mean, ultimately you got to make smarter decisions, right? Got to make decisions that's going to put you, not put you in, in worse predicaments, right? You want to be mindful of that. Because look, I mean, he been snapping. Look, he went off on Jamel Herring too. Went off on Jamel Herring in the inbox. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play the clip real quick. He went off. He been snapping, man. He been snapping and spazzing. And it makes me feel like those are all signs, like he been saying it, like you don't control, you're not good controlling your temper and your emotions, man. You mad, you get pissed off, you get to snapping. You get what I'm saying? You get to snapping. And he had went off on Jamel. Look.
He says you're a meat hugger, and when I catch up with you, I'ma show you.
Like he didn't bring any details but I think this came from maybe from the clip that's been floating around with T.O. pointing out the ticket sales and saying that it wasn't selling. I don't know. Maybe I was meat hugging T.O. I don't know, bro.
Well, he actually sent you more messages, and we all know, you had some situation as well, and I think I'm gonna.
That's like if anything, when the whole situation came out with this recent thing, I clearly, like I said, I don't know if you got the screenshot of it, whatever from the post, but I clearly said,
yeah,
pray for the man because there's something seriously going on there. And all I said was, this legal. Shout out to my man Ellen James, because we talked about it on the side. This legal shit ain't nothing cool about this, man.
Hell no.
But that legal shit, like I've been going through it this whole entire year. Let's be real. I don't throw, like I said, I don't throw stones in a glass house, and I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if I can give you game, you know what I'm saying, and try to, help you, from self-destructing and doing something stupid that you're going to regret, then it is what it is. But if you don't want to hear it, that's it's cool. It's cool too. I'm not losing no sleep, but I'm not here to sit there and try to bash you. And then my side of the street isn't so peachy, but at the same time, I'm gonna give you game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what it be. When I think it's just not being all the way, locked in that way, right? I think Jay Grant, what it do, homie? How you feeling? So yeah, I mean, look, clearly a dude that he's temperament issues, man. He be snapping. He told Jamel Herring when he catching me, he gonna show him some shit, man. You know what that means. But I don't think Jamel Herring, I never heard Jamel Herring echo a bad word about him. I never heard him throw no rocks, hide his hand, and cast no stones. I never heard him make fun of his situation and nothing. And like he did say prayer for him because there's obviously something going on there. And I think to a degree, that's what people got to be willing to acknowledge. There's something there, right? And what I chalked it up to is when I hear somebody talking about their temperament, breaking down, I hear a person that emotionally goes through it. And think about it. Boxing, you got to be on 10 all the time, right? You got to be on 10. So that's it. I don't think he's ever quite found that middle ground. Like that's who he is. Like the boxer that gotta, like how he gotta be mentally. You know what I'm saying? And remember, he said he feel like you get therapy. You can't do that shit while you box, right? Because you don't even want to think. You don't want that kind of fire, that anger in you no more, right? So that's what I think he dealing with, a lot of that, man. He causes them lash out. And like bro say, he do need some help. I think ain't nothing wrong with that. That's not in a disrespectful sense, right? I don't think if he telling you giving it, but Hannibal, what he was saying, what he was telling us though. You get me? What he was telling us, he was like, bro, I need therapy for my kids and shit. Like, and people want to, Tank gonna fight Gio. He's gonna fight Shakur. He's gonna knock out this one. Whole time the man keep telling you, bro, this shit pissing me off. And I'm getting tired of this, man. I'm about to make this money and get up out of here, bro. I'm telling you. Remember, somebody was like, I hope we retire. And something. He was like, I am at 8 weeks and 8 more weeks. You get me? He seemed like he was ready to go, man. Like, goodbye. It seemed like he was ready to say goodbye. Goodbye, boxing, bro. Goodbye, sport. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, there's no telling, man. It's just no telling. There's no telling. Oh, it's super gains of energy, invites negativity in your life. Absolutely facts. You know it do. I just wish that wasn't always the case. But like I said, to me, just from the outside looking in, I don't know him. It's just my observation. I don't know. Like I can't say. I don't know him, but just from outside looking in, you clearly somebody that don't make the best decisions when you're in an emotional state. You get what I'm saying? And you stay lashing out. You lash out. Think about it. He lashed out at Calvin Ford in his last fight. We never seen that. In a Lamont Roach fight, we never seen that before. Not saying that it can't happen, but maybe it was more to that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not saying with their relationship. I'm just saying with him, right? A lot going on upstairs, man. You get what I'm saying? Noise, the background noise getting loud. You get me? You just never know, man. Shout out to Tank, man. Hopefully you get himself together. But I'm telling you, pressure start to mount up too, man. A lot. Maybe the pressure of the fame is too much for Tank. Yeah, all good. Move on. Go take care of them babies. That's what I'm saying, Dub. You know. But this could be the reason he sticks around longer than anticipated. Who knows? That's just always a possibility, right? Of course, after getting himself situated and his situation is taken care of for sure. Cuz should have learned how to navigate better by now. I think what it is 2 cents. I think when you've always had that problem, you get me? I think it's always a possibility you lashing out, right? And I think if you're not a guy that seemingly found that middle ground between being on 10 and being chill, right? And it don't seem like he's found that, right? I've heard it from people that know him personally directly, like, yo, he got a bad attitude, yo, bro be snapping. So that's why I think, anybody like that can go get some type of help. Maybe he got some issues that need to be resolved before he can go fight somebody, For the sake of fight, go back and watch that corner. Yeah, he did. I'm gonna check it out. I know you don't be missing shit, though. I'm gonna go check it out for sure. But seeing it now and just like everything leading up to it, it just seemed like more, maybe that was a sign of it too back then. You never know. Like I said, man, we just never know when enough is enough mentally and physically for that person. And when they just don't have it in them to go no more. I don't know if that's fully the case with him. But like I said, everybody deserve a good break. Everybody deserve a good break. Everybody deserve a good vacation. Kick your feet up, So we'll see. But y'all double tap the screen, hit that like button. We're going to keep building, man. But that was Tank snapping on Jamel Herring. Told him when he catch him, it's going to be that. You hear me? But I don't know, man. Jake, like, man, he a human piece of garbage and all this good stuff. I don't know who he going to fight next, but I know they was talking about some damn Anthony Joshua shit. And that's going to end terrible for him. I don't know who he is.
Is Anthony Joshua considering fighting Jake Paul this year?
I feel like I'm in the dock or something. I mean, look, I've spoken to Nikisa. You know, we're available, subject to, of course, the global home of boxing, of which we have exclusivity with. Anthony Joshua has exclusivity with. If you're asking me, you know, do we take the fight? Of course we take the fight. You know, and it would be a nice way to just end this little journey. You know, does Jake Paul really want to fight Anthony Joshua? He's a crazy guy. He's a crazy guy. Maybe he thinks he can catch AJ on the fly. Hasn't really been in training camp. Nothing too much to report to you right now, but should the opportunity present itself, it would be a huge fight, and you know, never say never.
All right, so one way or the other, you have teased the idea that AJ could return in 2025. You've got about 3 dates left by my count. November.
Beth, what it do, fam? So, you know, AJ getting there with him, that'd be crazy though, wouldn't it? That'd put an end to some shit. That'd put an end to some shit. It'd be a blessing for AJ. Shit, AJ messed around, punched that man out the ring. And this was Francis Ngannou. This is how you know, look, he's scrambling. Francis Ngannou got in on this. He said it was disrespectful who they are.
Nikisa reached out the other day and tell me how they need a replacement for Gervonta. And after I listened, I wasn't getting it. Then I say, okay, what can I do for you? What exactly? He said, yeah, we're looking for a replacement, but I still haven't get it. I was like, okay, then what exactly can I do for you? Like, we think about you to fight Jake. I'm like, what? So we think about you to fight Jake to replace Gervonta. I'm like, who's Jake? He said, yeah, Jake Paul. You know, he's fighting. And I'm like, no, bro, come on. Don't disrespect me like that. He sent out some number. I'm like, it's not about the number. If it was about the number, we could have started talk. I would have tell you, I'm not just interested. He make no sense for me. It's not my what I'm looking at right now.
Shout out to Francis Ngannou. Flossie was good, Brody. He said, don't disrespect me like that. Said, man, you went from Gervonta to me, man. Nah, don't disrespect me like that. Like, bro, Francis Ngannou probably like, nah, that ain't what I'm looking to do right now. I ain't looking to entertaining the circus. You know what I'm saying? He like, nah. Like, I done been in there with Joshua and I done went toe-to-toe with Fury. I ain't about to play with you. You know what I mean? And Ngannou like, man, nah. Go find somebody else to play with. But look, Edgar Berlanga, somebody else that they said that they was considering, right?
Here. Hey, Jake, pick up the phone, champ. I've been calling you. Pick up. Let's make the fight happen. Pick up the fucking phone, man. Stop playing. Fucking Jake.
He a damn fool, man. Edgar Berlanga is a damn fool, man. Allen was good with it. Hidden dog. The guy has to be the corniest man on earth. He got like the dry humor. And shout out to Doug. He said Netflix didn't want to be associated with a domestic violence situation or risk of protest. Yeah, man. Now, I thought so. Remember, I don't know if I said it to you, but I know I was saying it in the live that I wouldn't be surprised if they proceed not to move forward. This was way before they put out this statement and everything, because I'm like, it's just the allegations that you don't want that attached to your brand, right? And you just, because it's going, even though you're not going to be in support of that, they're going to be like, oh, man, you don't care about what, you know how it go, right? You don't care about women. Y'all only care about getting paid. You just not a good PR look, right? And I think all parties involved made a smart decision. I think it made a lot of sense not to proceed with this fight. You know what I'm saying? So I've been hearing all types of names for Jake Paul, man. They just keep throwing more and more names, man. Jake Paul don't care though. Look, we out here playing. Hey, bro do not care, yo. You talking about a fool, yo? He is a fool. He just gonna keep it pushing. Yeah, they ain't want to fight on that card, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out to the plug. He was telling me about that too. The women did not want no parts being on the card. You know what I'm saying? Alicia Baumgartner fight moved. You know what I'm saying? This whole event scrapped now. They're going to find probably another date and another opponent. I heard something about Nate Diaz. I heard him say something about Nate Diaz being a potential opponent. This shit just going to get crazy, man. Tank's boss Jake chose his woman fighters over Tank. Yeah. Talk to him, man. And look, man, you keep talking his balls. This would be more.
Boxing history. So at the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You pay me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Facts.
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at? You heard what he said. He paid me. So let
me ask you a question.
I need that extra.
I love.
Man, what you got to say about that, B More? What you got to say about that, huh, B More? Shout out to Let's Talk Fashion, my dog Remo, aka Mr. Rich, the Reds in the building. Y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button, yo. Sub to the channel, man. We're gonna start swinging. 40 or yes, man. Yes, sir. Talk about it, Dub. Talk about it, man. Talk about it, man. Talk about it, man. Talk about it. Talk about it. Hey, Be More Boxing, how old are you, yo? You got to be at least like 18, 17, 19, somewhere in there. You got to be like somewhere in there. You got to be in there. That hurt Be More Boxing feelings, y'all. I hurt his feelings. Hold on, y'all.
Boxing history. So at the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You pay me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Facts.
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at? You heard what he said. He paid me. So let
me ask you a question.
I need that extra.
I love.
Gotta relax. You gotta relax with the coon word, man. We ain't doing no more coon talk in my chat, man. No more coon talk, man. You tripping with that. You being a little too weird with that. Little coon talk. We ain't doing that. G, you dig? Tank saw Shakur camp with Jake out of nervous breakdown. Bro said, nah, I'm good. Let's go ahead and go stress him out real quick, dub. He's gonna be stressed out. Like, oh my God. I can't believe it. Yeah. Yo, hey Jay. Knee pad full effect, man. That's why you think I got this clip. Hey Jay, I got this clip for him, man.
Dick Rider!
Mm-hmm. It's so real. He might not even have no knee pads. Yo. He might be knee padless, bro. Start calling some of these dudes knee padless boys. You know what I'm saying? Knee padless. and let's talk about this real quick though. This is what's wrong with boxing. There's no accountability within these fan bases, right? They want to always talk about keep the same energy, hold people accountable, but then when you do, they slander other fighters. Why slander women and other fighters? They have nothing to do with this current situation, right? You don't hear me sitting up here talking slanderous about Tank Davis. That's clown shit. That's what's wrong with the damn boxing world, man. But y'all be tripping, man. I gotta relax. It don't even be that. Say, yeah, it'd be a little joke, but the coon stuff, I don't like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Yeah. If you're gonna be, you're not gonna hold a person accountable. Like that's what that does. When a situation happens with one fighter and you start pointing the direction and the finger at everybody else that's not in question, you look like a sucker. You look like you condoning the behavior of the fighter. I just want to put that out to you. You look like that. That's what it looked like. It shouldn't be no Shakur this, Shakur's that. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna mean it, bro. If you pushing that Shakur is somehow a sellout for sparring him, then what is your favorite fighter for electing to fight him? And then he got emasculated and disrespected the entire buildup. His father was disrespecting Tank, his entire team. All these dudes did was be disrespectful. He said, I'm your boss. F you, little guy. Like, look how he was
Boxing
talking
history. So at the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You pay me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Facts.
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at? You heard what he said? He paid me. So we.
Tell me what it do.
Let me ask you a question.
I need that extra.
I love.
Hey, I said it. I did a different stream. I was saying it's a couple ways you can look at this shit. You can call this shit karma. You can call this shit a blessing in disguise. For the people that think it's karma, it could be the ones that said, hey, man, wasn't you like, nah, boo-boo, I'm making this much money. You ain't making no money. They trying to cash you out. I ain't fighting you. Get it out the mud. Remember? Wasn't it? It was funny when it was like, hey, you got to shut up. Lamont Rose, just be happy. I gave you an opportunity. You ungrateful. You this and that. You gonna be on your way of getting blocked permanently, Goofy. Because I know that's you. You the same person. I'm gonna block all your accounts, bro. I'm gonna block all your accounts. You the most unintelligent boxing fan that I've encountered in the 3 years that I've been here. You're very unintelligent, bro. And I don't even think I want you typing no more. Like, you're not even a good troll. So from now on, I'm just blocking you. I told you I tried to get you too many chances. Tank didn't meet any promotional obligations that was contracted. But Jake Duck, I gotta stop this narrative. It's cap. It's facts, bro. It's facts. That's some straight up weirdo stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Weirdo energy. Shout out to my homie Sammy. 40 weight gravy. Shout out to Jay. Telling you, yo, bro, y'all wild. Y'all wild as hell, man. Y'all come to the wrong channel with that weak ass trolling. Go to somebody that's hating on the man. Bro, he might need a little sit down, step away from boxing, get his mind right. Get away from fake fans like you that don't really support him. You support bullshit. That's why when something happens with him, you start talking about women and other fighters. I don't respect that. You a clown. Talk some boxing when you come over here. Stop talking about, stop pointing, stop passing the buck. This shit is on your fighter right now. All of y'all brag about all this A-side shit, how much money he made, how he knock and beat everybody up and beat, nobody can beat him. He's going to beat this one and that one. And then soon as something happened, you start tearing down the rest of boxing in an effort to protect his image. This is the absolute worst time. You don't need to go to bat for him. He got his own situation. He got this shit handled. Y'all are weird, man. There's nothing wrong with holding a fighter accountable. You don't have to shit on him to do that. Be like, yo, Tank, anybody in this situation from the outside looking in, you can say with this many allegations and all this different stuff throughout the years, you got to make better decisions. That's all. That's a real man conversation. You don't think somebody that really care about him is telling him that? Anybody that truly care about him that's close to him is telling him that. Not saying, oh, you guilty of everything they said. No, I ain't going there with that, but you have to make better decisions. You have to. You can't just say, oh, the world is against me. They're after my money. You're not the only rich black man. So they got to kill that narrative too. No, make better decisions, bro. We rocking with you. We want to see you fight. Like I said, I love the viral knockouts. I love when he put Leo to sleep. You get what I'm saying? He knocked out Barrios, knocked out Frank Martin, the scrap with Lamont Roach, the flips off the back rope. We off the top rope. We love this shit. But we don't got to condone every fucking move. We don't got to tear down the whole world of boxing in an effort to protect the image that he's fucking up. It's him. Hold him accountable. If you come in here saying anything, oh, well, Shakur this, well, Alicia Bumgarner that, shut up. This ain't about neither one of them. This ain't about them. This ain't about them. Y'all some real fucking super fans. That's some nasty work. I'm watching you men go at Clarissa Shields. Y'all tearing Clarissa Shields down for this man. Y'all wild. Y'all nasty work. He don't need y'all help doing that. Y'all fighting the wrong battles. What y'all should be arguing is the fucking impact that he made on the sport since he got here. Not trying to justify his actions. Oh, man, the world is against him. Allegations. They're after the black man. Shut up with that weak-ass, sad-ass, tired-ass story, man. You can't say that when somebody got a history, bro. That shit look bad. And while we at it, let me play the Aiden Ross video. Y'all bugging. That shit sound crazy. That's just not a good sound. That's not a good look. Shout out to Jay Smith, Box Center with Jay Smith. What's good, Jay? Big drop, Dre, my dog. What's good with it, big drop?
Bro, he pulled up to Tootsie's and beat up a girl, dragged her through the parking lot, and punched her in the face. And it's like, bro.
Okay.
Like.
Wait, but how do you know that happened?
It's a lawsuit. Miami-Dade is coming. There's video, like everything, bro. He did this shit in public. Like, you have to understand, this guy was sober, driving to Tootsie's, and it's just like, I'm going to beat this girl up. Like, he wasn't even drunk. There's on video, and he ruins his own life, his own sport. He sets a bad example for people. Like, I don't know.
Now go argue, go cry in the car about that shit. I can't believe y'all. Yo, I'm so disappointed in some of the boxing community that y'all don't know his supporters from his haters. I don't like y'all. Y'all confuse the boxing world. Damn, you can't even talk on nothing. You can't even you better not say nothing besides how great he is. Worship the ground he walk on. God damn, bro. He tighten up, Tank. My message. Just do standing on this. Make better decisions, because real ones like me are actually rooting for your success inside and outside the ring. I want to see you win. I want to continue to see Gervonta Tank Davis beat the odds like he been doing. I'm not against him at all. But you got to stop tearing down other fighters in order to protect the image that he currently is the reason why it's in question. Did you hear? Now, yeah, we're going to keep saying it's allegations, but that's Jake Paul. The girl lawyer said is evidence of the same thing. They saying he snatched the girl up out of her job or her place of work. You get what I'm saying? That's not good, man. Y'all tripping out. This ain't no slander fest for Tank, but this is an accountability conversation. Don't y'all like that? Don't y'all like keeping the same energy, or no? Only when it's a fighter you don't like. You like keeping the same energy, right? Yeah, well, I like him too, and I'm keeping the same energy. I support him. I rock with him. Got to make better decisions so he can keep beating the odds, so he can keep winning. It's the same dude that tweeted a while back that he fighting for his life. I heard him when he said that shit. Every time you go to court, they trying to milk him for money. I'm rocking with him. I'm like, yeah, get away from that shit. Get what I'm saying? Damn, I want to see him be able to make the money, sell off into the sunset, go get the therapy, and be the best version of Gervonta Davis. Fuck Tank, no disrespect, but be the best version of Gervonta Davis. I'm a true fan. Y'all out here talking, the man out here talking about how he need therapy. I want to be better and different things like that. And y'all out here putting them in other fights. Y'all putting them in 3, 4, 5 other different fights. The man telling you it's time to go. They like, nah, I don't know why y'all keep saying that. But nobody asks him as a fighter, why do you keep saying that? Because at some point he going, yeah, man. Look, from now on, all Be More Boxing, block all his accounts, bro. I don't want to block nobody else. Just any Be More Boxing accounts, get him out of here. Just block him, yo. He's an idiot. Complete idiot. That dude's a complete idiot. Complete idiot. Oh, man. Let's get back to this, though. So like I said, man, my message to Gervonta Tank Davis, man, get your situation together. I'm speaking for me. I understand that there are battles deeper than the ones that you're going to face inside the boxing ring. I understand as a man, some of the biggest blows and punches you're going to take are the ones in life, not in the boxing ring, right? And right now, you clearly, you know, you in a 12-round battle right now. You know what I'm saying? You've been here before. I don't got all the details. I only know what they put out there. I'm always rooting for the best outcome in the situation like that. Nobody condones any of the allegations made against him, but as men, we all rooting that this man get any, you know, potential necessary help that he may need, and that they able to come to a common ground somewhere, a medium, find a resolution, and go about their lives. You know what I'm saying? For me, I enjoyed the career. If the Lamont Rose fight is the last fight, it'd be unfortunate because of all the controversy. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. I enjoyed the fights. I root for the dude inside and outside the ring. But, you know, he just got to start with making better decisions. And really, you know, I know his circle probably already small, but you got to make it even smaller, man. You know what I mean? You got to really be with people that be around the people that's for you and gonna guide you and help you make the best decisions possible, right? Just don't care how much money you got, still you're not, you know, you still could fuck up. You get what I'm saying? But you don't want to ruin your life with shit like this. My bad, y'all. Let's keep going. Hit that like button. He said Tank needs to remove his entire circle, put a whole new team around him, aside from Coach Cal and the others. The training staff, give everyone a boot. Focus on yourself and that team that can help. Right guidance, right decisions. But again, I think his cries for help is real when he's talking about therapy and stuff like that. People just don't want to take him serious when he's saying retirement. They like, nah, Tank ain't retiring. He's gonna fight this one or that one, or yeah. And then Tank could come out, yo, yeah, I'm thinking about retirement, man. Yeah, I told Al that I'm retiring. They'd be like, man, he's just saying that. He ain't retiring. He's gonna come back and fight such and such. He's gonna fight Keyshawn. He's gonna fight whoever. Like, and for me, like, that's cool. I know that's wishful thinking, but for me, I feel like it'd be I'm trying to tell y'all, I keep telling y'all because I'm trying to prep y'all for when I get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Even the most recent interaction with a fan that says something about, oh, they hope he retire. He said he will in 8 weeks. You get what I'm saying? So we gonna sit back and see. Thought he turned into a new faith for a change. He need to lean on his religion. Seemed like that was like it was there and then it wasn't. Remo. Seemed like it was there and then it wasn't. Talks about therapy and how he wants to be a better. You get me? And they Big Dre, they constantly ignore it though. Nah, take one more fights. He's just saying that he's just trying to trick y'all. Nah, he's gonna fight all of these guys. I'd be like, bro, that man said he wanted to get the hell on. And I believe him. I believe him because I feel like this game could get tiresome. And that's not excusing none of his allegations. But aside from that, he been talking like that before this situation ever even came up. He been consistently saying it, and some of his biggest fans been consistently ignoring it. So the truth be told, whole nother conversation that y'all ain't ready for. Some of these fans, some of y'all that think y'all supporters, y'all the problem. Y'all out here talking about how many fights he can get into next. You get me? Even me, I said his next opponent is him. Tank fighting him. Tank fighting Tank right now. Tell me he not. It's 45 people in the building. Hit that like button and tell me if I'm lying. Is Tank fighting Tank right now? He ain't fighting Jake Paul. He ain't fighting no Shakur, no Devins, no T.O.s, no nobodies. He's fighting Tank right now. That's who he fighting. That's his next battle, bro. And until he get that out the way, I don't think we're gonna be seeing him in no boxing ring, respectfully. I don't think he need to be in the boxing ring. You know what I mean? And that's me wanting to see him win. You know what I'm saying? That's me wanting to see him win. Yeah, I'm getting rid of all them joints. You ain't lasting. PBC can't trust Tank. They had to repair their relationship before the move forward. Yeah, that's real. That's real. And then look, Dub, it make me think, man. Tim Bradley had said something one time, man. He was talking about something, man. Telling you that, and Lamont, I'm telling you that situation crazy, bro.
Making no excuse for Tank at all, but this is just my perspective, man. Tank had no other choice but to do this fight, man. He had no other choice. You know, he was in training for that Lamont Rose fight, and, you know, then the coverage got pulled off, you know, and then this fight came about. You know, this is an inside thing, man. I swear, man. I'm telling y'all, this is an inside thing. You know, this is something that how PBC wanted Canelo to do. You know, because this is how they eat. This is how they gonna eat. This is how they gonna recoup. You know, as you know, PBC, they got no legs to stand on, man. You know, money going out, not enough money coming in. I'm making no excuse for Tank at all, but this
you see, not money coming out, not enough money coming in. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, keep making accounts. Just keep making accounts. I'm gonna keep blocking them. You done over here. I'd never want to see you in my chat again. Seriously. You're like a little kid. Something. Yeah, gotta get him out of here. So look, they probably influenced or encouraged you to make this move too. So like he said, man, that does ruin relationships. People only see the one way. They think everything is all good. It's all good in the hood. Nah, man, that shit fuck up shit. Just like Jake Paul said, man, people took time away from their loved ones, kids, families and shit. Now you got to cancel training camp, push the event back. And that's not something that Jake is known for doing. Hell yeah. I've been on it because I know he keep creating fake profiles because he's what my guy Kai Sinat said. He keep creating fake profile after fake profile because he butt hurt. You know what I'm saying? He don't hold his favorite fighter accountable. He want to keep talking about Alicia Baumgartner and Shakur. Well, this is to you.
Dick Rider!
That's what he is. That's for you, goofy man. Coming over in that silly shit. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Yeah. I was quick with it. Yeah, cause I've been tired of him. I told him, man, he don't have never nothing good to add, bro. And he coming here talking about some what's up, KB. Don't ever call me KB. Only people that rock with me call me that. Seriously, don't ever call me no KB if you don't rock with me, bro. A little imposter. Really in here faking it. Get your ass on. But let's keep building, y'all. So look, fight off. Jake standing on business. He like, Tank, man, you a walking piece of garbage. But like I said, man, I get it, yo. He gotta stand tall, make his statement, but don't go too crazy, Jake, man. Don't kick him while he down. Yeah, you know, he screwed up. He in a hot seat. He gotta eat that. But you know you're gonna be able to move forward. You know you ain't hurting for no money. You understood the risk going into this. Like I said, this ain't the first time you heard something like this about him. You took shots at him in the past before this ever came to fruition. You know what I'm saying? Now that he ruined it, you had to kind of walk some of that stuff back that you were saying. And I get it. I get it to a degree, right? I understand it. But you know, I root for the man. I just want to see him get his shit together. You know what I'm saying? If you a real man, it's fuck being a sports fan, a boxing fan. If you're a real man, you rooting for him to get his situation intact, in order. Because that shit could be the end. That shit could be the you know what, that a woman could be a man's downfall, man. You know that. So if you really a genuine supporter of the sport and these young men and women that compete, then you rooting for him to get his situation right. You're not applauding nothing that he being accused of. You're not saying it's cool, none of that. But you ain't got to shit on him. But you go also, hey man, tighten up, make better decisions, get your situation together, and then maybe we can see him back in the boxing ring. But right now, his number one opponent is Tank. It's Tank versus Tank. Y'all, hey man, let me remind y'all something. Remember this old clip, this viral clip on the shout out to my family, the Rise podcast. I gotta cue the clip. Y'all remember the old clip? Remember that interaction with him and Blue? Who did he say could beat him? Who did Tank say is one of the people that could beat Tank?
I'm here.
Let's jog y'all memories.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
every time I come on, y'all say I'm in the dark, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Come on.
When you come on your show, you
I'm in my car. I'm always in my car.
That's true.
Not on your videos. You got light on.
I do 90%. I do 90% of my videos in my car.
Yeah, but the lights be on.
The lights be on. Camera.
The lights is on right now. The lights on right now.
Come on, Blue.
No, he playing games, man. Come on, Blue. Stop doing
Hey,
this, man.
come on, man. Come on, man. Look,
Yeah,
this light that you see be the light on my phone. I'm in my car right now. You see it? The lights is
I see
on.
the red light in the back. I see the red
So
light.
what you talking about, man? What's up? Get the talking. What's going on with you?
All right, Blue Blood, you got him right here.
Hey, listen. What you want to know? What y'all want to know? Let's talk about it.
Who you
I
going?
don't duck the smoke.
Who you going for? Tank or Haney?
I told y'all already, man. I think Devin Haney gonna win, man. I told you it's a 50-50 fight.
Ain't no 50-50 fight, nigga. How you gonna keep me off you and you ain't got no power? Let's talk about that. How you gonna keep me off you if you ain't got no power?
Hold on, Tank, but that's what you supposed to say, right? As a fighter, you supposed to say it ain't 50-50. Ain't no fighter gonna say this fight is a 50-50 fight. You supposed to say that. And check this out, right? I say I picked Devin Haney. Hold on, check it, right, Tank? Is Terrence Crawford supposed to take it personal when you say you feel like Errol gonna win?
Listen, I take it personal because it's me. Ain't nobody.
Right, but that's but that's because you a fighter, right?
All this
but that's because you But that's because you a fighter. But what I'm saying from an analyst and a journalist and a fan standpoint. But this one, but this what I'm saying. If they asking me who I think gonna win, I never said that you can't win.
Okay.
I'm asked the opinion. Right? So check this, right? This is what I've been saying. I feel like it's and Coach Calvin know this as a fact. Coach Calvin been on my show, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said to this, right? And I don't hide it. I said that I think that there's 3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank. That would be Devin, that would be Shakur, and Tank Davis himself.
Yeah,
right.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me, Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all.
That's all. I just wanted y'all to hear that. That's what he going through right now. Because he ain't fighting Shakur. He ain't fighting Devin Haney. He ain't fighting none of these other people. He ain't fighting Lamont Roach. And he damn sure ain't fighting Jake Paul. Fighting Gervonta Davis right now. I know some people to make the jokes. No, he's fighting women. I get it. I ain't here for the jokes. He fighting him right now. That's a him versus him. If his decision making and the people he associated himself with is a direct result of the situation he finds himself in, it's a him versus him battle. He ain't fighting nobody else right now. He don't need to fight nobody else right now. Stick in it, go figure it out. Go get it worked out. If this shit ain't true, then I think things will work out in your favor. If it is, then you just gonna have to deal with it, get through it, and find a solution to your situation, right? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to So Real TV. So I don't know, you know what I mean? But like I said, as a man, I always root for the best outcome and the best solution to the situation that he dealing with, right? You just want to see it come to a peaceful conclusion. And maybe, just maybe we get more fights, but maybe he retires. But like I said, y'all, with the draw, the controversy, the knee, the grease gate, I mean, from the hit list, the 6-7 fight deal, Jake Paul fight falling out, more allegations. Do you necessarily want to walk away from the sport with that being the last other things that people remember about you, right? And that's going to be a decision for him to make at some point down the line. So we'll see. But like I said before, man, I root for him, and you just want to see what comes of this, man. So Tank stop tanking 4 rounds. I'm saying down bad. But like I say, the bounce back is always better than the downfall. And I'm telling you, man, sometimes their biggest battles are outside of the ring. They come outside of the ring. Tank biggest battle right now is himself, bro. That's the reason why I played that clip. I just wanted y'all to get to the part where I said there's 3 people that could beat Tank. You know what I'm saying? And he started saying that. You got that right. The only one that can beat me is Gervonta Davis. Right now, you got yourself on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself staggering. You know what I'm saying? You're almost ready to put yourself out, but you still fight. So I root for him. I rock with him. I hope he find a common ground. All parties involved. I hope they're able to work to some type of medium and get that shit squared away so people could, move on to what we really want, what we really here for. And and that's to see him beat ass. So whether it's a Jake, whether it's a Lamont or whoever, I just hope that this, that this ain't the last time. This ain't the last we've seen of him. That's what I hope. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, like what the way he been snapping on people, I said he might need a little timeout. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, be able to kind of decompress, get away from this shit for a little bit, and get your mind right. Kyle, cool it, blessings family. How you feeling, bro? Yeah, man, Greasegate, that's what they call it. P100, what it do? Al Heyman gonna get the little ninja right again. This will blow over. Pay who you gotta pay. I mean, yeah, shit. I mean, you're gonna probably try to make sure you're in the best situation, because when you with your people, you don't give up on them. You just hold them accountable, right? And that's all that has to happen here. Just a little bit of accountability, man. That's all. I ain't gonna lie, they was having fun promoting that joint too. One bad, but shout out to them. Who Jake ends up in the ring with, y'all guess as good as mine. Shit, I heard is anybody from Anthony Joshua to damn Nate Diaz. So it is what it is, man. Unfortunate, but the show must go on. Let's see who we end up with. Might be somebody to beat his ass. You never know, y'all. Might be somebody that can kick his ass. But I do gotta say that this had to be a blow for the PBC to a degree, right? Because I'm thinking they influenced and encouraged this ideal to even take this fight, especially with the timing. I do. And I think that ruined a real big opportunity, man. It really did. So that's definitely unfortunate. Yeah, the promo was cool, man. I was rocking with a shot of the cut. He said Jake versus Keyshawn. So we're gonna keep rolling, man. Rolly entered the conversation. Rolly said he's slapping the shit out of Jake Paul, man. Rolly said he's slapping the shit out of Jake. Let's keep going. It's early and Rolly said he's slapping the shit out of Jake. Said Ryan's scared of him and he's slapping Jake ass, man. You know what I'm saying? He tired of, he said he wrote big Rolo the Don said he tired of this YouTube boxing stuff, man. He said he can't take no more YouTube boxing. So he putting an end to it. When Big Rolo had enough, it's real out here. Big Rolo said, man, Rolly love all PBC fighters. Big Rolo the Dawn said, man, hold on, where is it at? Said when he get let me find, pull up, bro. Big bro, Rolly. Y'all know it's real when Rolly talking crazy. Chef T said Jake Paul versus Blueface. Crazy work. Jake Paul versus Blueface would be crazy. Blueface got some hands a little bit, man. I don't think he ain't got the weight though. He ain't got the weight. Big Rolo the Dawn started talking crazy. Rolly said, look, I'm slap food.
Oh man. Yeah, Spring Mountain, right? Hey, so you guys, I want to make an important announcement. I want to let everybody know I'm going to slap Jake Paul across his face because, first and foremost, man, I'm tired of this YouTube boxing stuff, man. I really am. I am more tired of this YouTube boxing stuff than everyone else, man. The GOAT at welterweight, bro. I'm about to be the GOAT at cruiserweight. Me and Jake fight in 2 weeks. No, and then they want to go waste their time with Ryan, right? Bro, Ryan Garcia don't waste his 6 months of my life, bro. Because we're over here trying to figure out a rematch because me and him obviously had a rematch clause, and then he don't want to fight me. And he wants to go run off and go fight Barrios and waste my time.
Rolly said Ryan duck and smoke. Say he wasted 6 months just to say he didn't want to fight him. Yeah, because you took his confidence. He probably not confident that he can beat you. He'd rather go in there with Barrios, who ain't been looking his best. And hopefully he can steal an opportunity in the title and use his name and his following to do so, because he damn sure didn't earn it. He cheated Devin. That shit didn't count. Came back, got beat up, outboxed by Rolly, hurt his wrist, and now he come back with a title shot. Crazy. Hit that like button, y'all. Sub to the channel. You know.
Yeah, let's make this happen, bro. I'll be ready in a week. I'll be ready to slap Jake Paul across the face in a week. Yeah, so what if I'm drunk? Yeah, what's Ryan gonna do? What's Ryan gonna do to be different?
Fresh Baker, what it do?
What's Ryan gonna do?
Call Frotch. Return to the max and call Frotch in the mix.
Hey, the only thing Ryan can't
I did hear something about Call. I've been hearing all types of names. I heard that too. Call Frotch.
Oh, but I'm never gonna get old.
Heard somebody say Andre Ward. Like, what the hell? Wonder what Rolly meant by YouTube boxing.
Yeah, Jake Paul's team's not gonna let me beat him, huh?
I think being that he was talking about Jake Paul, he might have been talking about the YouTube boxing, but you know, with us, it's the whole cake capoodle with us.
I think Jake Paul's scared. I'm willing to cruise away, bro. Rolly big right now, anyways.
Rolly just be having fun, bro.
Rolly big right now, anyways.
Yeah, man. That bag was fumbled, but it's okay because they say he still is the bag. He the big show. They say he the most polarizing figure. He's still the face of boxing. Without him, boxing is dead. So it should be nothing for him to come back. Fighter of the year was good with it. Yeah, the undercard was solid. I just hate the fact that it didn't happen. I was looking forward to the whole event, whole joint.
Jake Paul gets knocked out cold by me, bro. Yeah. Jake Paul gets knocked out cold. Y'all miss me? No, come on. You guys miss me, bro. Just tell me you guys miss me. I missed every single one of you guys, for real, though. I'm too small. Bro, I'm 200 pounds right now. I ain't too small.
Rolly at 200, crazy.
I'm about to go eat me some Korean barbecue.
I didn't want y'all to hear that. So, and Rolly name been in the mix. Pacquiao, Jake Paul, little of this, little of that. Rolly said he want to smoke too. Said Jake's scared of him. Said he gonna slap him. Funny shit, man. But the show must go on, man. Let's see who Jake Paul pulls out of a hat this time. Let's see who he pulls out the hat for his next magic trick. You know what I'm saying? And Francis Ngannou, that's crazy. You can tell Jake a little throwed off. He's about to try. Why would you even offer Francis Ngannou a fight at all, or even try to think about considering him? Mess around, get punched out the ring somewhere playing with that big, what is he, Nigerian guy, man? I'm telling you, bro, leave that dude alone. Don't go playing with him. Leave him alone. Jake versus Ryan. I wish it was, man. If the Oscar De La Hoya didn't shoot it down, he shot it down. Oscar said, man, hell no. I'm not throwing Ryan to the wolves like that. He said, hell nah, I ain't about to throw him to the wolves like that. I'm telling you, he said, hell nah, I ain't doing it. He getting his ass kicked, bro. I think. I don't know. Ryan might mess around, get stole on. Jake been more active than Ryan, right? You know what I'm saying? Hasn't he? So, man, Ryan messed around and go in there and get his ass handed to him, bro. I'm telling you. Ryan and Barrios play, and I'm telling you, that's his ticket back to Devin Haney. If Devin Haney wins too, I could see them lining that fight up. Eric was good, homie. Jake should fight Ward or Rolly. Somebody said something about Ward too. They just been throwing all types of names at him. Everybody, they telling that's great. And low key, the more names people throw at Jake, the more they kind of legitimize him as a fighter, because we tell him to fight everybody at this point. Anthony Joshua, Canelo, Andre Ward. You get me? They like, bro, just fight everybody. Carl Froch, somebody said, Nate Diaz. At this point, bro, should just fight everybody. Who Jake fighting now, man? I mean, this shit is crazy, bro. Wow, bro. Wow. Tank walking garbage with Ryan. Cool, yeah. You know how that go, man. You know how that go. You know how it go, though. Shit is nasty, nasty, just nasty. Or the one I want, right? Jake the plug, yeah. I tell you, the plug is crazy, right? See how he was talking to Tank in that little clip, bro? Jake was talking crazy.
Boxing history. So at the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You pay me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Facts.
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Correct. I'm your daddy.
40. What 40 at? You heard what he said? He paid me. So let me ask you a question. I need that extra.
I love.
He said, I need that extra. Ghost Gang, Tank officially off the card. Yes, sir. They're officially moving forward. He got to find another. Jake got to find another opponent now. But he don't care because, like I said, he's still trolling. He's still trolling. Look. That man is a super damn troll, bro. The best, I told y'all the best statement he made was we champion the women. Sound like a TV show. I swear it do, don't it? They do, don't it? They really do. Shout out to my homie Dr. Boxing Talk. What's good, homie? How you feeling? We just pulled up early, man. Pulled up early to cook a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Turn the stoves on, man. Get the burners on a little bit in here. You know? But like I said, man, I don't think he gonna want to lead the sport on this kind of note. So it might be a blessing in disguise for y'all boxing fans that want to see him stick around. But then again, who knows? Very early. It's tough to tell. Tough to tell, man. Hey, a big ass kid. And a play fiend. All you do is troll. He a big ass troll. All you do is troll. Play games and troll. Talk shit and troll. Talk shit and troll, bro. Let's keep going, though, man. Let's keep going. Leak said Tim was all that, but Jake knew he had, one-man allegations before contract. Now, I said that earlier, Malik. I was saying that earlier in the stream. I don't knock the message he putting out because I know he got his brand to protect, and I respect it, but all I was saying, like, when he started saying, like, if you support him, you supporting the most vile act that can be committed by a man. And it's like, that's nasty work because you was about to do business and make all this money, tens of millions of dollars that you stood to make. So you can't sit here and say, like, what we support him when you was fighting him. Because fighting him is clear. That's the biggest support. You know what I'm saying? And you needed support. It's like a conflicting message because the same people that was going to be the reason y'all was able to make the money y'all stood to make was the supporters that you're now guilt tripping forever supporting them, but you was about to fight them. So wait right now and chill on some mountain, just nature, far away from any female. I'm telling you. Yeah, that's why I said, I told you, Cal, he fighting him right now. It's Tank versus Tank right now. Gervonta versus Gervonta Davis, bro. Gervonta Davis versus Gervonta Davis. And he kicking his own ass right now. Kicking his own ass. And you got Jake steady each troll.
And I seen what you said, talking about if you knock me out.
That's just crazy. At least move to Europe. I feel you. That's exactly what I thought. Why even do a press conference to begin with? Now he's being female about it. Paul. Nah, Paul. Jake Paul doing what he's supposed to do, though. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I don't expect him to be perfect and his statement to be perfect, but it was the right thing to do. Moving forward was the right move, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I think they made the right move moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And getting that just, you know, kind of separating themselves from the allegations and unnecessary shit. Especially like Dub said, man, Netflix, it run the risk of what, a woman protest. You know, you don't need that. So, you know what I mean? Some shit. It boils down to all money not being good money. And this turned out to be all money not being good money. Now, the reasons why it ended up not being good money is you know, depending on who you talk to, but this ended up not being good money. Business with Jake Paul ended up not being good money. All this promotion, emasculating you, taking shots, and then, you know, this situation, man, is like an epic fumble, but to bounce back, he's still in a position to bounce back. He got a name in the sport, and I think as long as he have his name in the sport, he got an opportunity to bounce back. It's just up to him and whatever road he want to travel next. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. Probably was, I would say so, but I think it could have been a collective thing too, though. You know what I'm saying? But it was the right decision nonetheless, too, since I believe. You know what I'm saying? Just moving forward. The fight after the incident. Oh, the female. Hold on, man. Tank had the chance to get the fight after the first incident. I don't get what you're saying. What do you want people to do after these events with the whole other female? Yeah, cancel the fight. What happens to Antoine's fight now? Yeah, man. That's what I was saying. I was saying that. Yeah, I hope not. That's the crazy part. That's Baker. So Netflix trying to build something. Yeah. Check out Justine Paradise. What's Justine Paradise? Yeah, man. But I think that was the best move to make. Pull out the fight and move on. Netflix arguably the most popular streaming service. They don't need the headache. Yeah, they don't need the negative publicity. And then again, like when you had this didn't make it any better.
Bro, he pulled up to Tootsie's and beat up a girl, dragged her through the parking lot, and punched her in the face. And it's like, bro.
Okay.
Like,
wait, but how do you know that happened?
It's a lawsuit. Miami-Dade is coming. There's video, like everything, bro. He did this shit in public. Like, you have to understand, this guy was sober, driving to Tootsie's, and it's just like, I'm going to beat this girl up. Like, he wasn't even drunk. There's on video, and he ruins his own life, his own sport. He sets a bad example for people. Like, I don't know.
And then to top it off, y'all, he Had the little situation with Jamel Herring the other day where he threatened him. So he been going through some thing, man. And I think anytime you're dealing with shit like this, you just need a nice little sit me down. Go and sit down for a little bit, get your mind back right, and you could resume your career if need be, you know. But this example, and we'll move forward after this. This example is just it's a testament that some things are just deeper than sports and boxing, right? I mean, and this is it. So shout out to Cut, Jake Sound Drunk. Judah Vision, my dog Netflix put on the Jake Tyson, and he's a convicted. Yeah. I think what also impacted it too, bro, was the women though. The women, you know what I'm saying? The women fighting on the car, threatening not to want to fight on the car. Like it's the timing of it. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think the timing of it is what did it. I think the timing did it. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I mean, it could have been a blessing in disguise because they said the ticket sales were bad. You know what I'm saying? Said ticket sales was pretty low. So you could take that for what it's worth, right? You got low ticket sales. Maybe you did yourself a favor. Jake set up Tank, bro. And some of y'all really are like, I think I question like not only the age but the intelligence level of some of you people. Why in the would he do business with a guy and then set him up instead of fighting him? I'm trying to figure that out. What's logical sense do that make? And then he gonna set him up with a female that not only the female that's in question, she's been granted a restraining order. And her lawyer put out a statement saying that it's video evidence. And you still gonna say it's Jake Paul. That right there is what's wrong with boxing when people talk like that. You can't do that. You can't pass the buck around. Nobody's, coordinating attacks on his person to get him out of boxing. Nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? Elijah, what's good with it, bro? R.I.P. Victor Conte for sure.
R.I.P. Vic.
That's something you maybe you need to go ask Courtney Rosel's lawyers or ask Tank, ask somebody involved. That's not my fight to figure out where the footage at. For your sake, the way you coming in here, I don't know, you might be knee padless with your pom-poms and cape on. You better hope no footage come out. I don't want to see no footage of no shit like that, but he's talking about what the same statement that was put out there and the same shit that her lawyer said as well. He said the same thing. So let me find out now. You think Jake's lawyer, the female's lawyer and Jake is in cahoots too, right? Stuff like that gotta stop, man. We rock with Tank too, bro, but you gotta get his situation intact, make better decisions and kind of reevaluate the circle if need be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to, move some people around. Who knows? I don't know. But ultimately, it looked like it's a self-inflicted wound. Tighten up. Go get that therapy, my man. I'm rooting for you. Go get that therapy. Hey, McQueen, what it do, my guy?
Chilling, man. I'm trying to figure out why in the hell would there be a coordinated attack against this guy, considering his popularity and how much these people stand to make off of him.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that they would want his situation to be healthy?
Right.
Because him being free, him being active, him being in fights, drawing the type of crowds he does, they eat off of that. So why the hell would that would be literally them shooting themselves in the foot. That just doesn't make any type of sense.
None whatsoever. Not a shred of sense.
And with the Mike Tyson point, as far as them working with him, for one, then they're 40 years removed from that. And Mike Tyson had a lot of time to repair his image, especially in the court of public opinion. And then also, from my understanding, he hasn't had any situations since then. I think with Tank, he had that one case that was thrown out in June or what have you.
Right.
That was about 3-4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you have another one pop up. It's just not a good look due to the frequency.
Right. Oh, man, y'all some. I be trying my best not to disrespect nobody, but y'all gotta stop. Y'all don't come asking me no questions that Tank Davis probably or one of them dudes should have an answer to. I'm gonna say this for the last time. The next time it's gonna be something different. We're not against him. We're not rooting for him to be in trouble. We don't want it to be the case, but it's out there. When you come into a chat and you start talking about where's the proof, where's the footage, where's this, where's that, it's like, bro, stop. Just stop right there. That shit written up, civil suit or not. I know people keep using the word civil suit. Like I don't know if that's supposed to be okay because it's a civil suit or even it's not criminal. Like I don't. What are y'all saying? Like it's not a good look. Understand that, bro. Accountability is the most important thing in this situation because with that means you don't have to blame them. You don't have to slander them. You don't have to talk crazy. But when you start asking all these detective-like questions, like you on his fucking defense team, like, bro, you're asking the wrong person. I'm not here to demonize the man. Got to listen to the content and the conversation, bro. We rooting for him, but you can't move forward with weights like this holding him down. We all know, man, the wrong decisions like what the shit that he being accused of, that could be the beginning and the end. That could be your downfall. That could lead to your downfall. That shit could cause you way more harm than good. You know what I'm saying? Cost you a lot of money, legal situations and shit like that. None of that is a good look. But if we're going to have this whole he's a victim mentality, then, bro, what the hell going on? You get what I'm saying? So it's like we got to be real with the situation, and you got to be man enough to say that a guy needs to make better decisions moving forward so he don't even be in situations like that. That's it. That's all. When you hear somebody saying, nah, man, hell with him, man. He's done this before. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't got that energy. I'm just like, damn, that's unfortunate. But if you really a fan of him and you root for him to go get the help that he's been telling people for the longest, whether it be behind the scenes, in public, in interviews, he's been speaking about getting help and therapy. I'm going to keep saying it to people. Understand that. Like, I listen to him. I don't know about some of these other people, bro. He been telling you what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think he can get to the point that he was trying to get to if he's still currently like a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Per se. If he's still boxing. You know what I mean? So hopefully the truth come out and it favors his side. But when y'all be asking the wrong questions, y'all make it seem like people are against him for having a conversation. Nah, that's not the case. And when you do that, you don't even got no fucking questions for the accusations. And then, like I said, that's why I played the clip with them talking about it being footage. That's not even a good sign. It's like now, Jake is doing this. He's setting him up. Jake, like he said, didn't Jake say he was giving him the opportunity? Say he called him and he said he tanked daddy, all types of shit. I'm paying you, and you've been disrespectful the entire time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. True Angolian accent. Okay, out of Jake, I say, yeah, shout out to Dark King. Said, bro, maybe you don't want to see him get in trouble, but it's a lot that love to see it happen to play him, happen to him in a play. It all like a pro black. Yeah, but respect always. That ain't, that ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying?
That point that Carl made,
right.
I believe that's why a lot of people are on defense when it comes to Tank, because there is a lot of that. I will say that.
Yeah.
If you cruise the YouTube streets, there are some people rejoicing. There are some people who couldn't wait for this moment to happen. But regardless of such, ultimately, his decisions are still his decisions. Whether you're in support of him or you're a detractor, his decisions are still his decisions.
Right. And that's all. You just want to, hopefully he can make better ones and have a better system in place to avoid anything like that. But, as far as what's out there, that's tough. That's a tough situation, right? Coming somewhere, spazzing out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to be the case. But I said, man, he'll figure that shit out, man. He figured it out before. He'll figure it out, and my sentiments are the same, man. Hope they figure it out. Shit bigger than boxing.
Likewise. That's why I expressed the other day, you know, as a fan of Tank, I hope that Gervonta, the human being, like to me, Tank is the persona. That's the mantle that he picks up when he goes and he does his work. But Gervonta, the person, you listen to all of the things that he's been saying in these interviews, and this is nothing new. Because there are some people who say, oh, it sounds like he's trying to make excuses or he's trying to find his way out of fighting this one and that one. Over the past 14 months, it's been damn near 2 years of interviews where this dude has pretty much been leaving breadcrumbs, like a trail. Speaking about his mental state, his disillusionment with boxing, just being jaded in life in general, and wanting to know how to process his emotions, and just wanting to be more healthy emotionally, wanting to be softer for his daughters, talking about crying in the back of the car, having to dry his face because he's got to put on the face because he is the face.
Right.
I don't want this. I ain't the face of boxing. I'm just somebody who box. Just listen to all of that. It tells you exactly what it is. Like the guy feels like he's under immense pressure and he wants to be able to have a more healthy personal life. So I respect that. And then I feel like a situation like this, it's a symptom of a much larger problem. Like this is not the cause of his troubles. This is a symptom of it. Like him not being able to resolve things in a more peaceful manner, or putting himself in certain situations. That to me, that's the symptom. So
Real hell.
if he got to work out whatever he got to work out, whether it be in therapy or him seeking religion, that's another thing. Could the conversion to Islam? Clearly, this man is seeking peace.
You get me? God damn!
Clearly.
Talk that shit, man. Talk to him.
So I hope he sorts that, man. Hey, Creole, it may not be the answer. It may not be the answer.
Shout
But
out
again,
to my dog Creole, man.
Him going to the strip club, him converting to Abdul Wahid and all these other things. Clearly, they are emblematic of something going on in his life. Him wanting to, be softer, be more expressive, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So, as a human being, I hope that he finds that, and I hope that he doesn't have to face a situation that's far more dire, like a prison sentence or something like that, in order to find that. Hopefully, he could keep his freedom intact, take his money, invest it, and be the person that he really wants to be. Because I don't think that he's going to be able to do so in boxing. And as you were talking about before, just with the system, I don't even know if the system is conducive to that. Because there's so many people who thrive off of control and manipulation. So I don't think it's a conspiracy against him in general. I mean, just him personally, but just in general. The entertainment business is very exploitative. And it actually helps people. The people who benefit off of it, it actually helps them for you to be in a certain space where they can control and keep you under their thumb. And I believe that's part of the reason why he's been talking about retirement as much as he has. To get from under the thumb, be his own man, be independent, have autonomy, agency, and so on and so forth. And that's why I personally, as a human being, I would love for him to just retire and pursue that peace, go back to school, get your therapy, spend that time with your children, have healthier relationships. As a Tank fan, it would suck because there's a lot of fights that I would love to see him fight. But fuck my entertainment. It's about his life. And don't be a martyr for the people. Don't put yourself in a position where you out there doing things for the people and for the fans. Like, nah, man, go live your life in a healthy way.
Facts. Reef was good, so hopefully I'm still on. I'm home in an hour. We might be. Yeah, no, we might be. If not, we might could come back later. Y'all keep hitting that like button. We're gonna keep rocking out. But hey man, just it's a lot to consider, a lot to think about with this kid, man, and what's really next for him. But yeah, some people I did see some people said there is a God. I just damn, he said, yeah, I was praying that this fight didn't happen. I'm like, yo, yeah, out of all the shit in life to pray for, you'll waste a prayer on hoping somebody don't fight? Like, I'm not wasting no prayer on that. It ain't that deep. Shout out to Thomas. My dog was good, bro. How you feeling?
Nah, it ain't that deep at all, man.
Jacob catch him. Tim got stabbed away. Shout out to Tim. Yeah, I mean, that could have been the method to victory, but now, shit, we got to look at it like on to the next. Tank only. That's why I did the thumbnail like that. This Tank is fighting him right now, and he kicking his own ass. I think we all could agree to that. He kicking his own ass right about now.
It sucks for the other fighters too, because Dub raised a great question, like what the hell does happen to the Gary Antoine fight?
I
And
wanted to see
that would have been, and not just the fight itself, because the fight, regardless of when it takes place, I believe it's going to be an awesome fight, because Andy Hiroka can fight, Gary Antoine can fight, both of them dudes get in there, they let their hands go, bing, 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 bing. But the platform, that would have been so big for Gary Antoine and for Andy Hiroka, for more people to lay eyes on them. That's the other part of this thing. Yo, the prelims for these MVP events have been absurd in terms of the number. Like the prelims have been more viewed than many main events on Top Rank, The Zone, so on and so forth. When you got over 1 million people combined on like the Netflix page, the MVP page, with the concurrent streams that they had, ridiculous. Over 800,000 people watching Lucas Body fight. You know what I mean? Like, Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, the second fight as the co-main, had over 50 million people viewing that. So for like Gary Antoine, that was a huge opportunity for him, the platform itself. Like whenever that fight, if ever that fight gets rescheduled, I still think the fight is going to be a damn good fight, but it does really feel like a missed opportunity for Gary Antoine to get some new fans. And then also for the PBC, I'm pretty sure that was a huge part of the reason why they wanted that fight on that card in particular. Because for one, you get somebody else to foot the bill for that fight. And for two, you get your guy a whole lot of exposure. As we've been seeing with quite a few of these PBC fighters in recent times. Like you had Alberto Puello on that fight in the summertime on that what was that, Ring magazine that put that fight up, the one with Shakur Zepeda. So you had Alberto Puello on there. You had Morel on there. You feel me? So it's just a missed opportunity to get more exposure for your fighters, and then also a big payday without having to put it on a pay-per-view and so on and so forth. So the fans of those guys are able to witness them. So I am curious about what happens with that. So to say like, yo,
Shout out to Emmanuel. Appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you. Just always like to build on boxing. That's why I told people over here, I don't understand the emotion. You got to come with an open air, man, willing to like hear us out. We're going to build on it. We're not going to tear the man down. And yeah, Carl, some people, it's easy to critique. Like we know that that's not something you need to be doing. I mean, situations that any of us as men need to be in. So it's a matter of him just tightening up, making better decisions moving forward. And understanding when somebody, like Ant said, for the last couple of years, he's been dropping breadcrumbs, bro, and like letting it be known, like, and people refuse to acknowledge it. Like as he continued to say retirement and leaving and talking about getting money and getting out the way, people like, nah, he's gonna fight such and such. Why y'all keep saying that? I had people that questioning me, why you keep saying he retiring? I'm like, bro, what? Why I keep saying it? Why you keep saying it? It's like, bro, you gonna ask me this shit. Like, I'm just coming out of nowhere with it. Like, man, it's like it's only so much that I think you'll keep saying it before you do it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do it at some point. You're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna retire. Or it's funny if that's anybody else that's constantly saying that. We like, hey, bro, that's a little dangerous. How long do you continue to fight when you keep talking about retirement? And I'm not saying it in terms of, oh, he's ducking people, but no, that dude sound like a break is necessary. Y'all putting him in another essentially 12-round fight or whatever the case. You putting him in the next matchup, and dude, in his mind, is thinking about being away from the shit. You just ignoring it. So I ain't gonna say like this is the way he lashed out, but it could be one of the, like, it could be a real indicator of what he's been trying to tell us for the longest. He don't make good decisions, charged up, and I don't think this is my personal opinion, I don't think he found the actual middle ground between like 10 and 0, right? Like he just being a fighter, you feel like you gotta be a certain way. He's talked about it in so many different facets. So it's like, yeah, man, that shit can eat at you. And I don't want to overanalyze it to the point where it sounds like we making up for him. But nah, people real. They go through shit. Your heart changed. Like, you get tired of doing the same shit. You get to a point where you run your course. And when that happens, you start wanting to step away. You know what I'm saying? You already know, bro. Start wanting to step away. His heart might not be in it no more, especially when you can keep openly talking about retirement. It's only so much you're going to continue to do that until you actually do the shit. Sooner or later, you're going to actually do it. You know what I mean? 704 Joe, my dog. So, yeah, man. That could remind me of a not good. Right. So he just got to, you know, I mean, get in a situation where he's thinking more clearly and he's responding a lot more intelligently from an emotional standpoint, right? Because let's just say hypothetically that stuff that they're talking about, that's very irresponsible with the position that he in, and it's almost nothing that justifies the moves, nothing, right? So, you know, not because you just never know what the end result would be, but it don't seem like it's getting better and don't seem like it's going away. So, like I said, man, best thing to do is deal with it, get it out the way. Make sure that you're in the best mental state possible, not just physically, right? Because remember, we looked at the way, oh man, best shape possible, man, 133 pounds. And then, you know, after the fight, he wasn't focused. It's crazy how that switched fast. So it's like, nah, I just think could be going through some shit. And it's not all why the fight played out that way, but, you know, just in terms of how he looked up to the build up after the fact, just throwing his hands up in the air, just like mouth open, shocked, like, damn, I gotta possibly do this shit again. I'm already thinking about leaving. Damn, man, dude, I was gonna fight in my locker room. It's like all this shit starting, and then you know, you make a bad decision, and next thing you know, it shit cost you. I mean, an impulse decision, snap out when you don't need to. So, I mean, that brings you out.
Man, that wasn't what you said a few minutes ago is beyond reasonable about not finding the middle ground between 0 and 10. I believe it was Dan Canobio that he was talking to when he talked about therapy, but he said the reason why he didn't want to do it yet is because, in as many words, he pretty much said that he felt like he would lose the spark if he were to do so. Like, everybody is not like that where they're able to just turn.
Right. Man, people don't get it. I like to hear people out, and I understand that no matter how big you get, how many tickets you sell, none of that shit matters. You go through shit. You're gonna go through some shit, and it's just for us to understand it. And I think part of it is just very simple. Accountability is necessary, but after that, you know what I mean? You still can show support for that individual, root for that person to get the help, right? Not saying, I'm cool, just do, you know what I'm saying? Do what you want. But nah, you like, man, I root for him, man. You've seen things go a very certain way for people, and you would hate to see that for him. So, yeah, man. First time he said something about retirement, I felt the best thing that he could do, step away. Yeah, sometimes, and that's what it might be. It's just a sign that you need a little break. you know. Instead,
It's been a long ass time. He's been doing it since 6 years old. You know, we look at the professional portion of it and you say, oh, well, you getting this money now, but probably just tired, man. I'm tired, boss.
Right.
Tired. Been doing this
Eyes
shit
are
a long,
tired, boss.
doing this
Yeah.
a long ass time, bro. From 6 to 30, hell, that's how many like that. I can't even do the math right now. I can't even calculate, but it's more than 75% of his life for sure, for sure. More than 80% of his life. Probably time to do something else. That's for one. And then again, I also just want to say this to speak on behalf of the Tank fans. To go back to what Carl was saying before about the criticism and the scrutiny, this guy's been under the gun a lot. So when they hear somebody say, hey, he should retire, or this should be the case, or maybe he need to step away, I think that folks are looking at it through the lens of hate, kind of lumping everybody together. But everybody's not a detractor, but sometimes it can be very difficult to not generalize. So if somebody's saying, oh, he need to step away for a moment, he need to get his shit together, then they looking at it like, oh, you just want him out the way. You just don't want to see him on top. You just don't want to see him shining.
Right.
Because like you just said, you saw a post where somebody said they prayed to God that the fight wouldn't happen. Like, that's pretty fucking extreme.
Yeah, it was like, oh man, it is a God. Like, I prayed for this fight not to happen. Thank you. I'm just like, bro, what? Wish I would waste a prayer on that.
There's a lot of things I've prayed for in my life, and somebody not getting a big opportunity is definitely not one of them.
You get me? Like, how do you even gear yourself up for that? You get what I'm saying? Like, how that? What's that conversation like, bro? Like, come on, man. You don't feel crazy doing it? Like, come on, man. What we on about? Like, how the hell are we happy people don't get the opportunity? So, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, man, this was an epic fumble, no lie. There ain't no denying that, definitely. But I'm always good for a comeback story, man. And I feel like he won't leave on this note. Part I hope I'll reserve a little bit to say he ain't going out like Willie Lump, no.
I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool to see him find a way to reconcile this, or some sort of redemption story. You know what I mean? Tank Davis rising from the ashes like the Phoenix. But even if he were to just walk away and just call it quits, hey, shit. Hey, go do your thing, bro. You don't need to be concerned about entertaining us. If your mind ain't in it, your heart ain't in it, your spirit ain't in it, and you're elsewhere, you just need something else. You need some sort of recourse, some type of respite. Fucking go handle that. That's far more important than keeping yourself in a toxic situation. And clearly he knows what it is, right? Because he keeps talking about retirement. He keeps alluding to it. So, bro, just go do that. But I would love to see him be like, you know what, I'm back. And then you fight somebody, and however that goes, it goes.
Yeah. I'm with it. A part of me feel like, man, he might have something left in the tank if he can get his situation squared away, you know? But that's, of course, a process. That's not oh, you ain't fighting nobody right now. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. So I don't even think that was best for him anyway. Not saying I know it's best, but you get what I'm saying? It's not an ideal situation if that's something that's affecting you, you know, and so you got shit going on. You out here spazzing and shit. Emotional intelligence is what they call it, right? And a lot sharper with the decision making. He said, already said, yeah, he tired of the fame and the shit that come with it. Yeah. Yeah, that's Ant. That's my good brother Ant.
He said numerous times, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this.
Got me some. I said I can give me some munions. Okay. Give me some munions then. Doing this G. Give me some monies then.
This is like the inverse of the typical arc, right? Like generally, you see these situations where people say athletes are the last ones to know. Then they mess around, they look a step too slow, and Father Time show up. It seems to be the inverse. Where he seems to know, like, nah, this shit ain't it. I don't even really want to do this shit for real. Tired
He
of it.
can't quit. His lifestyle too expensive. You've seen this before. He said, "Take that, leave them toxic chicks alone. Find him a librarian that's in the crystals and incense." Cow fool. Crystals and incense, right? You feel me? You know what I mean? Crystals and incense. But yeah, it might be a chance that he don't go nowhere. The lifestyle keeps him around. Maybe the black eye, if so to speak, that he left in his own mind. Like, man, I ain't going out like Willie Lump, man. I done had a draw. Fumbled the bag in a big fight, man. What am I doing? Like, nah, I'm gonna get it right. Yeah, I'm gonna get it right.
Got to, because this mishap right here, bro, is clearly counterproductive to everything that he said that he's wanted in these past couple of interviews. I want to make my money and then get out the way, go on an island somewhere, get my therapy, go back to school, all those things. So to put yourself in this type of position, it's pretty much spitting in the face of everything that you said that you wanted. This shit is counterproductive, because if you want to get your money and get the hell out the way, this was a grand opportunity to do so. So I'm hoping like he could sort his shit out, man. Sort it out, move the fuck on, take care of them beautiful kids. Live life, bro. Live life. And he don't know. He's already seems like he don't give a damn about the whole legacy thing anyway. So it's like, stick around for what?
Yeah, should make the disconnect a little easier. You know what I mean? Or walking away, should I say, a little easier.
Yeah, because I mean, it'd be different if there was quote unquote unfinished business.
Right.
That would probably make it a lot more difficult. It's like, nah, I gotta come back. I gotta whoop this dude's ass. I gotta scratch names off the hit list, so on and so forth. But if that's not even in his mind, it's an easy break, smooth break. Just let go of the rope.
Jeffrey was good, fam.
Just move on.
Yeah. You know, sometimes we feel like they ain't got nothing after boxing, man. Some people consider life after boxing, man. I'm telling you.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know how this guy's invested his money, what his money is tied up into, what other interests he may discover walking away from boxing. Like, who the hell knows? You know, that's to be written.
Yeah.
Because he could fuck around, retire from boxing, and build a whole new life elsewhere.
Right.
Plenty of people do it. Look at what's my man's name? Marshawn Lynch. Went from running the damn football to now this dude is doing photography and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happens all the time. Joe Frazier was signed to Motown at one point. He had a damn had a group and everything. Joe Frazier and the Knockouts.
Right.
We don't know what interest he has. We know he likes fashion. Who the hell knows? He might get into that and do well there. Anything is possible. Talking about going back to school, he may major in something, and then next thing you know, Tank Davis is like a licensed fucking clinician or something. Who knows?
Right.
Like anything is possible. Like I wouldn't rule anything out. I wouldn't just be like, oh, well, you're gonna retire and you just gonna like, nah. Yeah, that shit does happen, but we don't know. It's to be written. It remains to be seen. Randy Johnson, another one too, Reef. Like, you know, his tall ass, the big unit. He was out there pitching now. He's an NFL photographer. We don't know what the hell these guys are into. My God, Bernie Williams. Remember he used to play for the Yankees? This motherfucker won Grammys doing Latin jazz guitar. He's a Grammy winner. You don't know what the hell these people are doing.
I'm telling you, don't. Andrew Johnson. Yeah, I remember Randy.
They just had that versus. Cash Money versus No Limit.
Yeah.
A lot of people know what what's name does on the side. Juvenile.
Nah, I don't.
This nigga makes lamps.
Nah, I definitely ain't know that.
Bro, he makes lamps out of like old scrap metal, old pipes and stuff. I don't know where the hell he gets the materials from, but he makes lamps and he actually sells them and does pretty damn good for himself doing that. Could you imagine in 1999 hearing Back That Ass Up and then to think 25 years later this dude would be selling lighting fixtures that he hand makes? You don't ever know what path people are gonna go down.
Real talk, Carl. Mm-hmm.
Hell, Judge, you might go on from this and be a fucking astrophysicist. We don't know. We'd be like, yo, what the hell happened to Just? Yo, he worked for NASA last I heard. You don't know what the hell people gonna be doing. Life is like that. You know what I'm saying? People have multiple interests.
Yeah.
Things outside of this that we don't know what the hell they doing. And like Victor Conte, for example, R.I.P. Victor Conte. Victor Conte used to be Herbie Hancock. Herbie Hancock is one of the greatest jazz pianists of all time. He used to be his bassist. Everybody knows the song Girl, You Know I Love You.
Yeah.
Lenny Williams. Yeah. Victor Conte was his bassist. They were in the same band together, the Tower of Power. And this guy's had like multiple lives, it seems like. Arnold Schwarzenegger, this dude was the damn Terminator. He was a damn Mr. Olympia, Mr. Universe bodybuilder, the damn governor of California. Bro, it's ridiculous. Just like it's just so much human potential. So this guy retiring from boxing, he could turn around and do something else.
Yeah. Kane is a mayor in Tennessee. Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Victor Conte for sure. Average Joe was good with it. Anyway, Tank versus Roach ASAP. Shit, nah, I think the only thing is gonna be Tank versus Tank ASAP. That's what we getting right now. People, whether people know it or not, that's the fight Tank been in. He been in that fight low key. He been fighting that fight and some of these dudes maybe for the last couple fights. You don't know, so yeah. You got to handle him first. If he could put himself out and knock his damn self out, conquer his own self, toughest opponent right now is himself. Remember, he said that when he was talking to Blue. Only one to beat me is me. You're right. Got that right. Gervonta Davis. He's currently putting that theory to the test right now. Right now. If it was ever a time for that to be true or for that interview or that little, interaction to be relevant, it'll be now. It'll be now. And they got they done what's the name? They done cleared Ryan Garcia. What you think about that? They voted to lift the WBC ban. So it like all systems go.
They're about that cash. As people have been calling them for years, we be crooks. So this is not surprising at all. Any of these sanctioning bodies, and to be honest with you, hell, it's good business.
Fact, Carl.
It's good business. It's good business, and there's always going to be these lines that are going to be blurred between what's right to do from an integrity standpoint and what makes sense from a business standpoint. And if you get 3% of that young man's purse, and he's one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing, you'd be dumb to not want to be able to cash in on this fight. Most of these things that take place when these guys reprimand people in public, it's all about optics. That's what it's about. It's about optics because they want to appease a couple of fans who are sticklers and the people who are like super duper holy in their stance, all self-righteous and shit. It's to appease those people. You want to look a certain way. But then once the dust settles, it's back to business as usual. Because there are going to be people out there who are not as astute or as studious as a brother like L-Dub. We can be like, oh, wait, hold on a second. Y'all banned him. People see Barrios, Barrios, Ryan Garcia, they ain't gonna be thinking about that ban and shit. And they know that. Suleiman, he knows that. They turn around, they enforce the rules whenever they want to, however they want to, however they see fit. Whatever is going to maximize their earning potential, their profit, whatever the hell you want to call it, that's the decision that they're gonna make. And shit, as a business, I respect it. I'm not looking for these people to be benevolent. Like this, there ain't no nobility in this shit. It's all about that paper. Off top, you should know what they're about. Look at their belt. The shit is green. They about that green. It's green and gold. That's what it's about. Green's for the money, gold is for the honeys. To quote the great Bishop Magic Don Juan. Green's for the money, gold's for the honey. That lets you know off top what the WBC is about. That payola. So, hey, I respect them for being them. I respect them for being them. Yes, Creole, it's the American way. Capitalism, baby, with a capital cap. They ain't not trying to put a cap on their ism either. They trying to make as much as they can. Hell yeah, that's one of the Mike Tyson words for sure. I love Mike Tyson. But that's what it's about. Like, I don't expect these people to turn into saints overnight.
They said, Ryan, they said, man, what you've been doing is real good around these parts, man. We like what you've been on about. Said Mauricio said the WBC Board of Governors has voted in favor of lifting the ban on Ryan Garcia after his successful process, which has been documented. I don't know what process they talk about. WBC has been very close to Ryan, his family, management, and promoter, and we trust a new life inside and outside the ring will begin. And we welcome you with open arms and trust you will be the ambassador for the new generation.
Yeah, they looking at them damn social media followers, what the last couple fights generated and so on and so forth. And there was a whole lot of trust that was bubbling up inside the WBC headquarters.
Right.
A different type of trust.
Right. You get me? Right. AKA that
A
check.
trust fund.
Yeah.
They trying to get that trust funded.
Some numbers. They said Ryan Garcia is still the ticket seller out here. He can still make some money, still some juice in that lemon, man. We got to squeeze the juice up out of that lemon, y'all. Got to squeeze the juice up out of it. He said they should have made the Board of Governors meet in public. Should have went live on YouTube. That's real, dub. Facts. Then doing this little, because they could, I ain't even gonna lie, he could have just said this. I'm not gonna hold you. I got the feeling when I read this, like, did they really go to anybody? Did they like really sit down and discuss this through? Because remember, we was talking about it and I was asking, and I remember when you first posted in the chat, would the WBC lift that ban? I'm like, damn, that's a good question. But I was like, I wouldn't be surprised because if it make money, they're gonna go with what makes money over integrity. It's unfortunate, but that's how it go. And fast forward to today. Yeah, the WBC Board of Governors. Mauricio said, man, I'll run this. Man, you know, he said, Ryan, slip him a little bit of cash, everything good. Board of Governors is himself, right, Hannibal? You get me? Ain't nobody but himself, G.
You know, that meeting was not that damn long. Oh, Ryan Garcia? Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Hannah Gabriel signing the MVP. Nah, I forgot. Did Dub mention that? He might, maybe. I don't know. I'm not for sure. I thought he mentioned that. I'm for sure. Excuse me. But last thing I'll play on this was Clarissa Shields. She did a little short video and she had some things to say. Let's see what she had to say in regards to this cancellation. Then we're gonna move into this Ryan shit.
I did not see that coming. Actually, I did when I heard about what was going on, but I just can't believe that Jake ain't found a new opponent. I mean, I didn't like, and I just want to read some of the stuff that Jake put up here because I see now, like while I'm on here, I can move around and I can do stuff. So I'm about to go to Jake made some tweets. I just want to read what they say and give y'all my take on it.
It's Clarissa the quote.
Oh, Lord have mercy. The way that he wrote this is just so crazy. He said, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. I didn't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture and sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear pieces swag and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next one. As always, anyone, anytime, any place, Jake at Most Valuable Promotions. That was crazy. I got a few things I want to say about that before I accept these requests. One, I will say this. I'm not going to say I 100% agree with what Jake said, but what I would say is that we all know Tank background with domestic violence before this fight got made. Before any of his fights get made, we already know he has, and he got some issues with this. So it's not his first, second, or even third time with something like this coming out or whatever the case may be. No, he's never been he's been arrested for it, but he hasn't like done jail time for it. But we all know he has his struggles with this. So I don't know why this is written up as if Jake didn't know this about him already. That's one thing I don't like.
And I did say that. I said that same thing. And shout out to B-Dog. Jordan was good, homie. Yeah, they definitely defending it. I had to block somebody earlier in all his accounts because he kept coming in here talking about Alicia Baumgartner being a coon, Shakur being a coon. I'm like, none of them have nothing to do with the situation at hand. But yeah, B-Dog, I said the same thing. Your people. I wasn't trying to grill them too much, but I never like the term you people. It's got undertones.
Secondly, to say he's the most vile human being, blah, 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 blah. None of this is being said till this stuff came out. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know. I just think, you know, they just be karma for people. That's all. They just be karma.
And real quick, speaking of karma, I said that, man, like, sometimes people look at it like it's like you're referring to karma as like it's an indictment on the person, but nah, it's energy you put out. Energy is a real thing. You put energies out, you get things back. It ain't necessarily got to be in the same fashion that you put it out, right? Like, he ain't did nothing within the sport that got the fight canceled, shit outside of the sport, right? So sometimes it'll be the way you live in your life, the decisions you make when the cameras are not rolling, that'll bite you in the ass. And that's why I said, you know, having this conversation is understanding that you can hold him accountable without having to, you know, slander the man. You know what I mean? He already under enough fire, I would think, right now. So especially with people thinking that he took a shot at Victor Conte as well. You know what I'm saying? The Victor Conte situation. And I could be real on that. It's like, I just don't like this environment that people created, that it's fair game to talk about everything else regarding every fighter. But when it's one of the biggest names in the sport, we're supposed to just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the reality. You know what I'm saying? I always say this is how you talk about this stuff when you speak on it. And I always make sure I'm tasteful with this shit. All right. I'm not adding to the, you know, the pile on, and you got to grow up. Yeah, you got to tighten up for sure. I'm gonna say that because it's real, and I think if anybody is rocking with him in his inner circle, saying it right, and you got to make better decisions so you can be able to be this better person that you want to be for your daughters, right? That's a fact. Karma got an address for everybody. We all, I think, had our own taste of it in one way or another, and just unfortunately for him, it's his turn to reap it. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? It could just be a result of the decisions that he made. Like I said, when camera's not rolling, you gotta always have integrity. You know what I'm saying? No matter, you know, if you think somebody see you watching or not, you gotta move accordingly. Jake got scared. He said, "Okay." Oh man, I think it was Netflix, man. Netflix, you gotta think.
Man, Brunch, I'm gonna let you up. Ron. What's up, Rockman? Yeah, I don't even know really what to say about this stuff. This crazy. What's up, Rockman, my guy?
Missed the last video on this, and we moving on.
Yo, what's good, Clarissa?
Shout out to Brunch Box.
What's up, man? This is crazy work today.
It is, man. This is, I mean, I was shocked, but I just saw a video of Jake Paul. He called into Adin Ross's stream, I guess, and he said that they had to cancel the fight because they saw video footage of the incident.
Yeah, that's crazy. Real quick, I think it just all depends on where you go, Carl, who you listening to. For me, my experience, I can't tell you what yours was. Frank Martin fought Michelle Rivera, right? The guy that they say was on PEDs. If you really look, I'm not, you know, it was a banned diuretics. I know people saying PEDs, but I believe it ended up being banned diuretics. I think he ended up firing people in his team that he said ended up giving him something. He got flack for that, and people grilled him and roasted him for being on diuretics or PEDs, as they was calling it, and still getting his ass whooped. So yeah, he got some flack for that. But you know, situations like that, when you remove people, it kind of, for me, it'll make me feel like it had to be something there, because you ain't gonna just wake up one day and get rid of people. But hey, trusting the wrong people. That's why you got to know who you got around you and what their intentions are, because that shit could have, you know, sent his career south.
You know what? It was I had read the article earlier last week when Noah first started taking off, and they said that I think it was the strip club that they had the video and stuff. I saw that, but they were like that it was under further investigation. So that's probably what they don't want to come out. It's going to come out anyway, but they probably didn't want that to come out and him still have that platform on Netflix.
Right. And I think that's what a deciding factor was. Like, they like, bro, that platform too big. And I know it's crazy. Like, we always try to lump other situations in with the next. Well, they had Mike Tyson on and he was this. And I'm like, I think, Ant, you brought it up how long ago it was. Like, for those that really know, like, you just look into the situation, bro. Like, and just like Paulie said, he a real one, man. He felt like he got railroaded. So just do the homework on that. Even go watch that joint when Tyson did like the stand-up thing, telling the story.
Yeah, the undisputed truth.
Right. Appreciate you. And I remember the name of it. Talked about the Buster Douglas shit. He talked, man, just go watch that. And you come back here and tell me if you think he should have went to jail. Like, if you know, it's just one of them things. But it was so long since then. It was so far removed. It wasn't recently. That's not still in the minds of the people. That's not the first thing. I honestly don't think that's the first thing people think of when they see him. But with this being this fresh, his name being this big, the history, they piling it on, the civil suits, the big ass platform. They're like, hey, man, this. And then you got Jake Paul with MVP standing behind the women. Remember, he said in this, you know, this post, man, my company champions women. And this was the right move to make moving ahead. So whether it was just up to him or not, but all parties involved, I feel like made the right decision. And in long run, it could benefit Tank. Maybe not immediately, right? Initially, it's just like an epic fumble, right? One of the biggest in recent memory. But again, that's for right now. I think you always going to have an opportunity to bounce back. It's just that part is going to be up to him. And what his get back plan is, if he even has one to get back, or if he cool with riding off into the sunset with what he's done in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Netflix can show millions of movies, TV series. Yeah, I think it's a little different though. I think because again, showing movies, right, is one thing, right? That's saying, you know, they can say they, you know, it's entertainment, or they're spreading awareness and shit like that. You know how that go. But when it's somebody doing it in real life, it's not a movie, right? It's not acting. You get me? It's not art, right? It's so many other little loopholes they can kind of explain it off in a movie, but when it's somebody actually doing it in their personal time, I think it hit different. That's just my personal thought on that. You know, Tyson do or die and change the entire world. Absolutely.
Because I think what was going to happen was someone was going to strategically drop the video right the day of or the day before the fight, you know, something like that, just to maximize the damage. I think what MVP is trying to do is mitigate the damage by canceling the fight completely.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they missing out probably on. Well, I ain't even know probably. They have wasted millions,
man,
of dollars promoting this fight.
Yo, wow, man.
Putting this fight on, like they have lost millions for sure.
I feel bad for the people that was working on the fight, because I know a few people that were working the fight and they didn't even get paid yet. And who knows if they're gonna get paid now that it's canceled?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And just the undercard fights or co-mains, whatever the heck y'all want to call them. It just bad. Just the whole thing is bad.
Yeah. I mean, they knew what they were getting into, but I don't think anyone thought that this guy wouldn't be able to make it through the fucking fight.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, how do you blow a bag like that? I'm sorry. Like,
that's what I'm confused about. Like, that's why I'm just like, it's like the timing, like, it just don't make sense. Like, I feel like more needs to come out for me to understand what's going on, because I just don't.
I mean, what more needs to come out? They said that they got him on video.
Yeah.
Dudes be.
No, but I'm just saying, like.
Dudes. I get what people be saying, but it be sounding so crazy. It'd be like, nah, I still need more. It's like, I'll tell you this, bro. If there's tape, this is unfortunate, but it's like, it better be with the way they're talking. Because if not, and y'all try to railroad this man, yo, that is disgusting. If that, and we just considering all things because it's early, right? But that would be so disgusting. But it's like you start hearing consistencies within stories being told, right? Like, you know, when you get second and third and fourth, fifth hand information, right? The story kind of, it has a tendency to change, but to a degree, at a point you could kind of hear some consistencies in it, and it's at least being said for sure that he showed up at the strip spot and snatched her out of there. That's already, like, you know, and the other stuff is just that would be even more damaging. So I don't know. You can't take nothing as a fact, but you just got to let it play out. That's why I say the only thing I ever do in situations like this is report what's out there and just leave it there. Don't try to remix it, add your own shit. Just, you know, let it materialize. But from two different situations, from the actual report that I read, all right, I got, you know, about this situation in detail. Then, you know, Jake Paul called in to Adin Ross on his stream. He spoke about that. And then you heard the lawyer. That to me was key, because that's a lawyer of the female. And for him to put out the statement, he said the very same thing as video evidence. So I'm like, that's the common, you know, that's what I was getting from each of the stories. Okay, they saying that this shit at least actually did happen, but seeing it on video is gonna be terrible. I ain't gonna lie. It is. It's in the tape, and Tank could just sue Jake Paul, right? Saying it, and whoever else, right? So
I don't know. I would lock myself in a big mansion with a gym and just train.
Yeah, stay away from people. Caveman style, Tank. Caveman style.
Well, I was told that he wasn't even training, to be honest with you, and that he was blowing off all media obligations. So I think that's more of the reason why they canceled the fight, to be honest with you. But they don't want to say that because they have the perfect excuse now. But I think they were just growing tired of dealing with him.
Yeah.
I did hear that. I think it's a post. I gotta find it. It was talking about him. I don't know, not promoting the fight at all or something like that.
I mean, I could say a lot right now, but I'm just gonna let y'all talk. How come we not talking? Rockman, I think your phone is muted.
I think Tank need to take a good solid year away from boxing.
Joe Quinn was good, fam.
Just probably just focus on life and just get back his mental before he could, like, you know?
Yeah, that's what we
so
champion.
When
Get your
I
mental
said
right,
that, everybody wanted to point the gun at me and tell me,
crazy, because Clarissa Shields been said that. And y'all shitted on her when they had a little falling out. I remember it. You men was going at Clarissa Shields, and she didn't take the opportunity to shit on him. I remember when she said it. You need to go get some help. They went to started talking about her, how she looked, this and that, who looked better than her. Y'all started going crazy. Her relationship, she this, she that. I'm like, yo, bro, what? She didn't even say anything wrong. If you really being honest, that's more in line with what he's been saying, because he said he needed the help. How y'all mad at her for saying it and he said it too? Man, I remember that. I've been saying I don't respect none of the men that I've been seeing going at Clarissa because it's all unwarranted and unprovoked. I don't give a damn what she's saying. I'm not getting them under her post arguing with her. No damn woman. That's wild. She ain't saying nothing to me. She's speaking on boxing stuff like everybody else. I'm not arguing her down about her opinion. As men, then they start getting disrespectful. She been said that, and she wasn't saying it from a place where she was like trolling. It was honest, like, hey, man, he need to go get himself some help. Nah, and they start going, look at the comments. They started going nuts on Clarissa. It was wild.
trying to make excuses for why he lost to Lamont Roach, and I'm like, no. I'm just saying that I have seen Tank fight a lot, and I came up with him in the amateurs, and it's just different when, I promise you, it's different when you with a promoter, and I'm going to say Floyd, who makes sure everything is set up for you. He makes sure everything is perfect. Can't nobody mess with you. He making sure you in camp. He's your mentor. And then you lose your mentor and you got to deal with the real economics in the real world of boxing. The real business and the real economics of boxing is not a simple business. It's a lot of crooks in boxing. It's a lot of people who trying to scam you out your money, trying to get down on you, pretending to be there. Like, it's a nasty game. It's very nasty. And when you lose your protection, when you lose the person who know the game, who giving it to you around you, and now you got to deal with that shit yourself, man, please.
Yeah, but he didn't want Floyd around. That's on him.
Yeah, but I guess for me, Carl, in that particular instance that I'm referring to, she just was basically echoing the same sentiments as him when she said about him getting help. It wasn't nothing more to it, no slander involved. It wasn't nothing. At that particular point, she spoke real shit, and that's obviously what people feel like he needs now. So like she said, when she said it, they was pointing a finger at her like, oh, you can't say this. And she fucking boxed. What you mean she can't say it? She could understand it better than we could from her vantage point, but people didn't understand that. So I understand other points. I ain't saying she perfect, but in that instance, she was spot on. And I don't think the reception that she got was warranted. Like, she wasn't taking shots at him, and she didn't go below the belt. She just said some real shit because she understands from a mental standpoint herself, because she's had her own battles. She's wanted to quit and all this. Like, we talking about the most decorated female. So she knows she was leveling, basically by her saying that she was leveling with him and showing him a level of understanding, right? Like, whereas other people just reduce it to, oh, not being focused. And she like, nah, it's deeper than that. You get what I'm saying? That's why she started talking about the Lamont Roach fight. Nah, it wasn't just that, but it's other shit, and you need to go get right. And she said, they was like, ah, man, you can't be saying that. You shouldn't be saying this and that. And then they just start going. It'd be wild. Think that she thinks she's being real, taking shots at them. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In that particular instance, I'm only referring to. I'm not talking about no other time she spoke. That particular instance, it was no shots involved. It wasn't a diss. It was like some real shit. Like, y'all keep talking about boxing and fights and matchups, and she like, bro, he need to go get some help and go chill out. What did he say? I need therapy. Same difference, right? So it's like I honestly on the same page with that, you know what I'm saying? But they butted heads before, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Even that stuff, I look at it like whatever. At the end of the day, he's a hell of a fighter, and she is too, and she know he's a hell of a fighter because she said it. You know what I mean? Many a time. So I
She
just
sound
think
like she being fair in that clip you playing right now, Just.
right.
Like,
She
I'm
being
listening
very
to
fair.
it.
She trying not to say nothing crazy. She like, it's a lot I can say, but I'm not. I'm just let y'all talk. But she like, man, but damn, you blew a bag, Tank. She like, come on, but that's real. It's like if you say it, then it's you bugging. But it's like, nah. When Keyshawn fumbled the bag, look at my videos. Go look at my next 2 videos when he did that. When he blew the weight and the fight was off. Go look at the next 2 videos. But I do it tastefully. I didn't shit on the man, but I was like, yo, he fumbled the bag. He did. That was $1 million payday. Hey, biggest one to date. Yes, he fumbled the bag. Yes, he know he did. In this situation, I get it. It's delicate because they like, well, you don't know if it's true. But I'm like, I'll just say this: just allowing yourself to be put in a situation where somebody could accuse you of this is crazy. Because I don't think nobody just woke up one day and just like, you know what, we're gonna concoct the story, say he did this, and that's gonna be that. It has to be, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire in that situation. So it has to be something there. And I think it just boils down to decision makings and impulse control, right? Making sure you not allowing things to get the best of you. You know what I mean? But you know, you human and you gonna fuck up. You know what I mean? So
so
it's almost over, by the way, y'all.
He didn't.
Push.
See, people don't want people around because they feel like they learned the sauce. He he thought he knew how to make the sauce and don't even understand. He not the original oil.
It's funny you say that. They always say one of the laws, the 48 laws of power, never cross the master.
Never cross the master. And I think that's what happened. And you seeing Floyd was able to fix a lot of these problems too. Because he been having this stuff with girls going on. But he had somebody around him who knew how to, okay, you need to do this, X, Y, Z, hire this person, hire that person. You don't got that no more. You don't got your person who posts, like, you don't got your mentor telling you what you should and what you shouldn't do. People can say whatever they want to say about me. I got some people around me who really understand where I'm trying to get to and who really understand my brain, who really understand me and know what to say to get me out of my mind when I'm ready to lose my shit. You know what I'm saying? I got some great mentors and they're really.
So you probably think, no, I'm not talking about what Tank think. I think you hearing me wrong, Carl. I'm not talking about how Tank interpreted what she said. I'm talking about people attacking her for what she said, fans and men. It don't be the women, it be the men arguing with her for Tank when all she said was he needed his help. Like, I don't care what he thought about it, right? What he thought about it, he's entitled to it, right? Because it's something said about him, so he can feel the way he want. I wouldn't really grill him even if I thought he took it the wrong way. But the fans is what I'm talking about. Other men, I'm watching men, like male profiles. I'm seeing these men really go at this woman over her saying like he needed some mental help, trying to be like respectable about it. And these people was just nasty. You know what I'm saying? Hire the person, hire this person, hire that person.
Great team around me. You know what I'm saying? And so they can say what they want. Oh, she responds to this, she responds to that, PR this, PR that. I have a great PR team. I'm smart my damn self. And I realize that when you black, you gotta work 10 times harder than somebody who's not black to be in a certain position. That's why I respect Floyd so much, because to see where he at, man, there's so much he had to do, bro. So much he had to overcome. Up on top of people hating 24/7. Like, people make it their job to hate on me 24/7, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm with you, Carl.
It's crazy.
Him is one thing, but the fans, just the fans, they're idiots, like, right? Because hearing what I'm saying that she said, if you heard it now, if I went and found the interview and pulled it up where she was talking about his mental, you wouldn't feel the need to go attack her for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know you would think that's crazy to see men doing that. That's what I'm saying. Not him. He could respond and he feel like he defending himself or speaking on behalf of what she said. That's understandable, right? But the men, bro, they were going at her. I'm like, y'all nasty work, bro. Y'all really go at the glow over a man. I like when fighters argue, that's them arguing. I'm not joining in their argument, picking a side. Dudes, when I started seeing men do that with a woman, I was like blown away, bro. Like y'all different, y'all some different kind of individuals. The last thing I'll bring up before we, depart on this early pop-up live. I appreciate every last one of y'all rocking out, pulling up. Ryan Garcia, like I said, he got his ban, his quote-unquote ban lifted, and I'm not surprised by any stretch of the imagination. He's still a name in the sport. They still got some juice left in the lemon, and they gonna get that about him. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is why he would be entertaining or being in the discussions for being in a title fight. It's not a fight that he won that earned him this spot. But shit, what fight did he win that earned him the Tank fight? And that was the biggest fight he got, right? The most he been paid, most viewed, biggest stage, right? He didn't necessarily earn that, so it should be no surprise. You know what got him the opportunity, but he did push for that fight, so I respect it. You know what I mean? With Tank, and we heard him talk about Barrios. You heard Rolly call him out for wasting 6 months of his time. They had a rematch clause. He didn't want to do it. I think that's a tough fight for him anyway, and I don't think he's confident as what he was before they actually fought in the boxing ring with the records on the line. But yeah, and then think about it, it's just business. Why go fight Rolly if you can fight Barrios that ain't been looking the best? Back-to-back draws. Shit, he got to prove himself, and so do you. So you're gonna go fight it confident as Rolly. And even the way he described Rolly punching power, like when he started talking about how Rolly would give Shakur trouble, not saying that he can't, bro, because he's an awkward, strange guy. You just never know. But when I started hearing him say that, I knew right then and there that he would not be comfortable getting back in the ring with Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Barrels had a lot of favor with the PBC. Sure he do. Sure, he damn right he do. Damn right he do. Damn right he do. But look, it'll be an opportunity for him. I could see it. He said, "What banned?" Remember, Jordan, they supposedly had banned him for fighting for their Saints for their title with the comments and stuff that he made. Remember, Mauricio had came out and essentially put his foot down, and it looked good from a PR standpoint early, but then as soon as it came time, it's easy to say what you're not going to do and what you can't do when you're not in that position to do it. I've been saying this, it's like, soon as he got put in a position, oh shit, he could fight for the WBC title. And then Dub asked that question, and then shortly after we got the answer, and then what I just want to know, that I missed something, because what process did he go through that Mauricio's saying he watched him go through this process? What, chilling out, acting his age? What process? What process, bro? Talking about? What he's doing? Cause what process? Cause he did a lot of dumbass shit. He was in them Twitter spaces talking crazy. He didn't do enough. He wasn't apologetic enough about the stuff he was saying. I remember he was saying the N-word with the hard ER, bro. He was wilding. I know I'm not apologizing. He was doubling and tripling, quadrupling down on it. But it goes to show you that money rules in boxing. But how loud would the outcry be about this, though? Or the topic ain't popular enough? Because this is boxing clearly being on bullshit, right? Not only did they lift this imaginary ban that he never had, show me how the ban affected him, and then I'll believe it, right? And then as soon as you have an opportunity where you could affect them with the ban, you're like, oh, no, it's lifted. We voted. It's over with. We were very close to Ryan, his family, the management promoter, and we trust a new life inside and outside the ring will begin. What the hell is this, Lion King, bro? What the fuck? This dude, man, ain't no new life going to begin. Did you see Ryan lately? His ass doesn't even look like he been training. Flabby arm ass. He looking soft around the body, man. He ain't looking like a guy that I got beat being a favorite and I was supposed to get a bigger fight and I'm upset because of it and I'm about to prove everybody wrong. I'm about to be on my shit. He's not one of them. That's why he'll never reach his full potential. And I'm comfortable saying that with no hate or no malice at all in my heart with Ryan. I like the kid as a talent. He can fight, but he'll just never reach his max potential because I don't think he gives it the boxing what it needs for that talent to be shaped and molded into his full potential. He'll never give himself his own just due in that way. And I think I do too. I seen a poll with almost 10,000 voters. Jordan, they had it 60-40 for Ryan. They had 60% Ryan winning and 40 for Barrios. It's crazy. Crazy. He say he whooped Dev, though. Did get it off on Dev, but Superman was good, bro. But he ruined it, man. You get me, Creole? He ruined it. We'd have had a lot of respect for him if he would have got through that fight and been clean. He'd have had an official win over Devin. He'd have been cooking with grease. He'd have fought.
And he'd be the WBC champion, too.
Right. You get me? Come on, man. If he'd have did that shit the right way, he'd have been on point. Now he get a chance to do it with Barrios, and this might be his last shot. This might be his last shot at it, because it ain't too many entries into championship. Being a world champion at 147 for Ryan. I think that path for least resistance, respected Barrios, is him, because of anybody that's back-to-back draws. Fought that older version of Pacquiao. I get it, it's Pacquiao, but you're supposed to beat his ass. Y'all gotta treat these dudes like I'm sorry. Like, at that point, I'm gonna almost feel disrespected that you that old trying to still stick around. I'm gonna try to beat your ass. Like, can't be happy to be in there. Ugas was putting hands on his ass.
You gotta treat him like a rival, not an idol. And you seen what Barrios did to Ugas. He put hands on the man that put hands on the man.
You get me? And then gonna get in there with the man and be all like, you get me? Like, bro, beat his ass, bro. What you
all happy to be here and shit.
Beat his ass,
I can't believe I'm hitting it with Manny Pacquiao. That's how he looked fighting that fight.
12 was good with it, homie.
But we knew Mauricio wasn't about to stand on business, man. It's all about that green and gold, man, because this was a real opportunity. If the ban was real, he would have been like, nah, I turned my back. Fuck out of my face. Get it out the mud, pussy. That's what he would have said to him, but he ain't do that. He was like, oh, man, we love him. We see the growth. He's a great ambassador. The new generation, we trust you. We love you. He about that paper, though.
Right.
Mauricio about that paper. Shit, Mauricio, money, they both start with M's. And that's what he's about, getting them M's. Touching them M's, as what's my man named Danny Jacobs would say? Touching them M's. That's what Mauricio's about. But yeah, Ryan, he might find another opportunity to become a champion. He just had one versus Rolly. Like, what the hell did he do to get
nothing?
A WBA title shot? Either one of them, honestly. But at least Rolly was a WBA champion at what, 140? Rolly's never been a champion. Him and that fight, him and Rolly, that fight was supposed to be a regular scheduled bout.
Right.
Next thing you know, it gets upgraded.
Right.
To a fight for the WBA regular. They gonna find a way for him. So long as his name is relevant enough, as long as it's ringing enough bells.
Right.
They gonna find a way. They're gonna manufacture a way to get this guy into a title fight. It's gonna happen.
Right.
Mario Barrios, he should win, but I don't know if I could trust him. He gonna start off strong, and then he gonna find a way to fade. But it wouldn't surprise me if he were to lose by decision. Because the one thing about Mario Barrios, he like a roach. And I mean that in the most endearing way possible. We done seen this dude in there getting his face chopped up versus Keith Thurman. Abel Ramos, although I felt like it should have been an easy win because he pretty much had the dub in tow. Right. Say what you want about Abel Ramos from a skill standpoint. Yeah, he's a little bit older. That dude can punch. Uncle Abel damn near got an 80% KO ratio. So that's a trap fight. That's one of them trap fights. Whereas like on paper, with the youth and everything, you should win with the youth and the skills. But it only take one. Big Watch showed us that. O'Harry Davies was Golden Boy's Golden Goose. They signed him. They were like, yo, we're so happy about his signing. That was supposed to be a layup, that Barroso fight.
Right.
Went in there and got his shit dusted off real quick. Was it like 2 rounds he got stopped? Then end up retiring like a fight later. He signed that brand new deal with Golden Boy. Rolly was up in there with the old man. Had to get some assistance from Tony Weeks. He had to hit DEFCON 3 or whatever it was. to get bailed up out of that situation.
Right.
So, you know, you go in there fucking around. It was one round. Thank you for the correction, L-Dub. You know what I mean? So you go in there fucking with these old men that got that old man strength. Not even strength, but they got strength.
Mm-hmm.
You might be able to get them on that youth. You might have the skills, but it only take one for things to get dark real quick.
Right. Jay Bean, what it do? Lipiness almost kill rounds. Yeah, Lipiness be punching. Trey Ward versus Paul. Everything else is oh shit. Shout out to Herb Lipsy. You want to see Dre? You want to see SOG come out there, put him out his misery, Herb? I feel you, man. I feel you. Y'all hit that like button, double tap that screen, sub to the channel as we continue to rock through and wrap up, man. Keep building. Shout out to the homie and McQueen, but Ryan ass was never banned. Like I said, that shit just never affected his career. And he right back in the driver's seat for fighting for the title. Kind of be slapping and you know, other fighters and shit in the face, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I feel you, man. SOG give him the ass whooping that he don't want. That's why that's not gonna happen. You always gotta consider that he ain't gonna fight somebody that's closer to his size for sure. That's gonna be able to beat his ass. He don't want that. He don't want that work. He want to fight that's winnable. And I know you're gonna say, well, why you fight Tank? Because it wasn't gonna count on their records. You know what I'm saying? And it was going to be kind of one of those fights where, you know, hey, he got Tank in the ring. So that's a win for Jake, even if he lose on the cards.
Yep. And then the other part of it is this. It gives him an out. If he goes in there and he beats Tank, you say, oh, I beat a guy who was a multi-division champion. He's been doing this since he was 6 years old. He was getting a lot of pound for pound consideration, so on and so forth. But then if he loses, pardon me. If he loses pound for pound consideration, multi-division champion, he's Gervonta Davis, superstar, yada, 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 so on and so forth. Right? So you're going to disregard the fact that this guy is damn near 70 pounds lighter than this guy. There's a huge weight disparity. There's a height disparity, reach disparity, all that. But if he were to win, then he can turn around and use those same talking points. Look what I did to Tank. I beat his ass. He's been doing this whole life. I just started doing this recently, so on and so forth. So either way, he can flip it around and use those same set of talking points to legitimize the results. And then people won't be able to say, well, he was the much smaller man. Like, nah, he's been doing this his whole life. He's been doing this. He's supposed to beat me. He's more skilled. He's more seasoned. He's got the pedigree, yada, yada, yada. So it's just bullshit either way. But if he were to go in there with somebody who's around the same size, around the same stature, but they're far more experienced than him, then you take that off the table. You just got your ass whooped by somebody your own size. That's all it is. That's why me personally, out of the names that have been floating around, I want to see him in there with Edgar Berlanga. That's what I want to see. Because I feel like it gives both guys an opportunity to show where they're at. Because with Jake, you've been doing this for some time now. And some of these fights have been counting. I can say some of them. Most of these fights have been counting professional. Damn near all of them have, right? Like all of them have been on this professional record. So at this point, hey, bro, it's time for you to step it up in competition. Right. Now with Edgar Berlanga, hell, he was looking really good until I think about like the Damon Nicholson fight when they stepped him up. Then he started looking shaky. Then we seen him in there with Steve Rose. He looked shaky again. Got dropped by Marcelo Caceres. He got so frustrated in the Angulo fight, he had to bite the man. It was looking shaky for a little while. Then he got in there with Canelo. Damn near got 12 zipped. Then he got knocked out in his last fight with Hamza Shiraz.
Right.
So for him, put him in there with Jake Paul. I feel like it's a nice little tune-up, or it should be for him, considering that he's got the experience, both amateur and professional. There should be a tune-up for him. It's a big bag, big opportunity, but if you can't beat Jake Paul, then you damn near gotta walk the plank as far as upper echelon or world level consideration is concerned. If you lose to fucking Jake Paul, then you're just not a world-class fighter, and that's okay. That's okay. Like, everybody is not going to be a world-class fighter. It doesn't mean that you can no longer be a professional, but you might be one of them dudes that's a little bit more middle of the road, so to speak, or like a gatekeeper.
Right.
And if you're Jake Paul, then it's like, okay, if you're able to knock off Edgar Berlanga, then maybe this is the caliber of opponent that you need to be fighting from here on, and then work yourself into championship contention if that's something that you really want to pursue. And he's been talking about it like it's been a possibility of him becoming a titleist. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the WBA that had him ranked in the top 15 at cruiser.
Right.
Who was that, L-Dub? L-Dub, if he's still in the building. Who was it that had Jake Paul ranked in the top 15 momentarily at cruiser? I thought it was the WBA. So
Berlanga.
being able to beat Edgar Berlanga, this gives him an opportunity to legitimize.
Yeah, he said, yep, the WBA.
To legitimize that. You know what I mean? So then now it's like, bro, we got to really strongly consider him being an actual player and something more than just a sideshow.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, real talk. And speaking of the Edgar Berlanga thing, I think you saw Cal was him. I think they had Berlanga versus Andre, I think, in the post saying that's something. But Berlanga fed into the thing. He joined in the party with the Jake Paul thing.
Hey, Jake, pick up the phone, champ. I've been calling you. Pick up. Let's make the fight happen. Pick up the fucking phone, man. Stop playing. Fucking Jake.
Shout out to King, man. Yeah, you know, Jake said, hey, Jake, pick up the phone, Jake. So, look, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Jake. You know what I mean? But I think that's a dangerous fight, man. That's a dangerous fight for Jake Paul. And that's the thing. I don't know how dangerous he willing to go, but they said he had reached out to all these people, man. I seen a post. They had Clarissa Shields as one of his opponents. That shit pissed me off immediately. I was like, yeah, I'm not going for that. Y'all gonna just slip Clarissa in there, man. Like, that's like, I don't care what she said. Ain't no. We put our foot down. You know what I'm saying? I used to tell him, you're pushing. Cleo be catching everything. JJ, salute. What's good, homie? Yeah, I had seen it too, Kyle. I had seen it. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Look, shit, that's a fight too. I wouldn't mind seeing it. My guy, Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. Let Boo Boo back in there. You know what I'm saying? Let my guy Boo Boo back in there. But yeah, man, no surprise here. The WBC ain't slick, ain't low. That man was never suspended for real or banned or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. That's that. They're lied to us. Hello, Boo Boo need a rag fight first. He could I think Sonny was good. I think he could take out Berlanga, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's next with Tank dudes. He still retired. Next exhibition, Conor McGregor, diabolical shit. Tank, I think the next thing for him is the battle versus himself. He going through that me versus me battle right now. You know what I'm saying? That's his next opponent. Him. His current opponent and next is him. Once he get past himself, then I think he could make that decision whether retiring is the right move all the way or coming back and beating up some of these people that think they got off the hook because he was about to fight Jake. Because it'd be dope as hell. It'd be a dope-ass story if he spin the block on some of these people that, you know, talking crazy. Tank, just saying, just throwing that out there. I mean, people that have been talking crazy. I mean, it is a list that people want to see scratching the image off. I mean, you know, on some boxing stuff after you get everything squared away, Tank. Yeah, man, there's some people that, you know, my guy Senior say heads on sticks. So if he can get himself mentally, physically, and emotionally in the right space, I'm all for seeing him in any boxing match moving forward. You know what I'm saying? But I root for the man. Prayers to that situation. I hope they move past it and find a common ground, you know? And keep playing around. You can box with J-Rock on the D-Pop. Haney or Brian Norman. I got B. Norman. Knockout. Knockout. Speaking of Norman, I got Brian Norman by knockout.
The boy back. The boy back. He do his thing, but he can't beat the money man. He can't beat the money man.
hell of a fighter. But I don't know, the Norman kid, he made the right investments. He made smart investments. Work so hard, they say, what the you doing? I'm being me. I mean, this is the most beautiful run ever. I mean, you see how it was when we first got here with dark. Sun started coming out, so y'all know by the end of that run, you hit that little stride, them hills start hitting. Got the sun coming out. Ain't nothing more peaceful, ain't nothing more beautiful. I'm telling you, just come out here, you get you one good run in a week. That's all you need, one good run, 5 miles. I don't care how fast, I don't care how slow. Just get it in your system, you know what I'm saying? It'll learn you something about life. It'll teach you about yourself. When them hills start hitting, you're gonna find out who you really are. Are you gonna quit? You gonna keep going, you feel me? So now that's why you all gotta go right back into the pain, go right back into that hurt. Keep asking yourself those questions and keep answering them each and every time. Am I enough? Am I good enough? Can I do it? Well, goddamn it, I just did it. After a crazy ass workout yesterday. And guess what? I do it after a crazy ass workout today. So I think I am able. It's the transition period for my career to let y'all know that
Norman coming for that smoke, y'all.
One of those faces of boxing, one of those best in boxing. And you know, this is former undisputed 2-weight division champion, all those great accolades, and like this is the great guy to do it against. And we all know for a fact David Haney is not a slouch at all. So also people say he is my kryptonite. You know, he got feet. He got a jab. I don't have feet. I don't have jab. At least that's what they say. So now this is literally that moment in my career where we finna hit that extra, that little flip over. So now this right here is exactly what I needed, and I'm coming. I'm ready for all of that.
Let's go. That's why I say, but you start taking it to a whole nother level, doing some other stuff. I guess because of your hands. Somebody just said that to me yesterday.
I'm too smooth. That's what it is.
Yeah, I like watching them interact. Juggernaut like that.
But you see how you be moving and you think you're moving fast, but you're not. I actually move fast. So that's the difference between me and you.
Watch my feet.
Look at that. Right, let me go and change my clothes and get up out of here.
Watch my feet.
Let me get up out of here.
He always mess with me, man. So I be moving for him, right? He swear I ain't got no feet. He swear I can't move. You know what I'm saying? He swear I can't do it. He be like, what are you doing? He swear me up and down. He be like, your feet not going nowhere. Your feet not doing nothing. But I had to let him know when we're in the ring, I can cut him off. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Pops and son, man, doing it. Telling y'all that's what y'all gotta deal with. The Normans versus the Haneys. Can't wait to see that shit, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm excited. I'm excited for this shit, y'all. Norman's definitely not tied to with a solid ball. He's stupid.
One thing I'm gonna say about B Norman, though, Just this dude got he got WWE promo skills on the mic. Like every time he talk, he sound like he cutting a promo.
Yeah, you do.
He's one of the best right now in the sport on the mic, man. Like I like hearing him in interviews, and I like hearing what's my man's name, Fabio Wardley.
Mm-hmm.
Them dudes, man, they articulate themselves well. When he had that line, B Norman about both hands, one slay dragon, the other one move mountains. Yeah, this dude is an entertainer. This guy is an entertainer, man. Hopefully top rank. I hope he keeps winning top rank. They keep pushing him. This dude is the total package. He could fight. He could speak.
Right.
We need, man. It seems like that's damn near a lost art in boxing. Guys being able to cut them good promos.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Need that. So Norman Jr. didn't beat Loma?
Norman Jr. didn't beat Loma, though. I beat that boy. I beat that boy. Y'all crazy. I beat that boy. But yeah, man. We're gonna see what's coming up. What's next to come out of this mess, y'all. It's 2:00 now. My normal time is 4. Maybe be spinning the block on y'all one more time. because I'm sure it's some more stuff that we ain't get to yet. And we damn sure gonna get to, but I can't wait for this fight to come. Make Shawn Michaels proud with the mute mic skills. I'm telling you, bro. Love it. I'm telling you, he got his work cut out for him, bro. He got his work cut out for him. But if anybody in here, if you did not double tap the screen, just do it one time. Boop, boop. Double tap, hit the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on. Like I said, we grinding, man. I ain't even mean to be here this long, 3.5 hours. Dang. That went fast. And it's 2 o'clock. I know my good brother Cass Sports is on doing this thing. I'm about to jump off for a second. He probably gonna be back at 4 o'clock, y'all. Should we come back at 4 o'clock, y'all? Let me know. What the chat think? What the chat think? What y'all think, y'all? What y'all think? Should we come back at 4, y'all? Or what? Y'all gotta let me know. It's up to the chat. The chat say, yeah, we coming back. He said, I'm threatening us with a good time. Bring your ass back. Okay, keep grinding. My dog, man. Okay. Shout out to the fan. So we look. Pardon me, I'm eating, y'all. We gonna come back. We gonna build. Look. Shout out to everybody that continues to rock out with me. We just popped up and went live. It's a lot to talk about. There's some more stuff we ain't talk about. We're gonna get to that. My friend. He said, watch one, get one free. Let's turn up the next stream, y'all. Let's turn up the next stream. I go to get one free. This one was on me. Next one we gonna build, y'all. We're gonna get back to it. So look, make sure if you sub to the channel, if you're new in the building, make sure your notifications on and you hit that like button, y'all. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. Shout out to everybody that keep rocking with me. We're gonna keep building. We're gonna be back at 4 o'clock. We're gonna clean the plate. Whatever we missed, we're gonna talk about it, man. So again, much love to everybody. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Enjoy this good Tuesday, and we're gonna be back to build on some boxing, man. King Grayson, my guy, appreciate you. Creo, Jordan, Cal, my dog Reef. You know what I'm saying? Now I definitely want to make some money. 2 spins for 20. I love my boy Cal, man. That's my guy, man, for real. Appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back. We're gonna build, and we're gonna make it fun, man. You know? So look, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace.
Representing Brick City,
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass.
and Shakur meeting them with straight left hand. Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.